bersama emblem atau talent utama yang satu ini. Serta biasanya buat para marksman, weakness finder itu bisa jadi pilihan utama. Kalau misalkan kalian nggak pede sama attack speed kalian, ya kalian bisa pakai quantum charge yang tadi aku sebutkan. Anyway, kita bakal coba hal itu semua di custom room langsung. Let's go! Yang pertama adalah efek dari Master Assassin. Yang kalau misalkan ini kan ada dua hero berdempetan, artinya Master Assassin ini nggak bakal aktif. Kalau aku basic attack, damage-nya 143. Tapi kalau ke hero yang sendirian, dia akan menimbulkan damage yang lebih tinggi, 148. Dari situ teman-teman udah bisa ada gambaran ya, kalau sebenarnya Master Assassin ini sebenarnya jadi emblem pasif. Dan ini talentnya menjadi sub talent atau talent cadangan. Dan yang mau aku tunjukkan adalah efek dari bakarannya Lethal Ignition. Aku harus burst dulu ya, Dan nanti yang akan keluar efek bakarannya dalam warna biru di Layla ini adalah dalam bentuk damage fisikal. Tuh, ada biru-biru, ada efek bakaran, dan itu hanya keluar kalau kita secepat mungkin dalam 5 detik menimbulkan damage dalam kurun waktu dan juga efek dalam persenan darah tersebut lah. Intinya secepat mungkin kalau kamu bisa kasih burst damage yang tinggi, itu efek burn-nya bakal muncul lebih gampang. Gimana Sobat Land of Dawn? Asik banget kan untuk emblem terbaru yang nanti akan diluncurkan oleh Project Next di tanggal 27 Juni 2020. Gimana Sobat Land of Dawn? Asik banget.
So you can say it in two different lights, right? In one light, you can be like, Rekt holds experience. That's what he brings to the team. But are his mechanics on par with somebody as young as Super Ken, who's proved to us time and time again that he's a fast runner-up towards Kyrie?
That's the crazy part, right? Fortunately for Rekt, though, I think with the current meta being so flexible...
What an interesting draft.
Alter Ego is trying to do. Bigatron, looking at their composition, they can't pick up the Claude here, but no, they opted for Faramis here to force Sustainable and the Claude. Again, Saken, Claude is very meta in this patch because why? The common emblem just gives mana and, well, basically, yeah, he doesn't need to recall, he doesn't need defensive items with that common emblem, especially if he's on that tenacity.
Yeah, and this pick also denies two picks from the side of Alter Ego. Glue and Yves, right? If Alter Ego pick it up, it's going to be risky because they have the counters in the Faramis and the Claude, as we do have a comp here by Udil. When I met Rekt, I felt a new hope for Alter Ego to achieve success in MPL ID Season 12. Well, Udil, the regular season is still 8 weeks. You still have a lot of time for this to come to fruition. But Arashi, so far, what do you think?
Ooh, with a Harith coming in as well, I feel like a bit of a brawl pick-off heavy style from the side of Alter Ego, but so far it's been countered by the presence of a Cult Alter. If they want to try and still go for this against a Blazing Duet, a Cult Alter, and a Paquito that can just spam all these knockout strikes, I feel like they need a bit more crowd control, man. Having a Petrify, Breath of the Ocean combo on Kadira, and maybe a taunt from Sunny Boy, that's great. It's not nearly enough to lock down the members of Bigatron Alpha, especially later on once Super Ken reveals his pick as well. It's probably going to be something very mobile, and that is something that Alter Ego needs to try and shut down. We've seen what Super Ken can do when he is just left out in the open.
You know what? To add to that, I am concerned who will play the Kadita here, Terina and Arashi. It's not really Udil's playstyle, and I have not seen Rekt pull off this Kadita in a while. So again, this Kadita, sure, it's a very strong hero. Perhaps there's a reason why Bigatron left it open, and there you go. The Ling band comes through to add
Miyazaki, what's going on?
So here, Bigatron
How you doing, Gary? Are you off of work today?
forcing that Fredrins perhaps to be that in that jungler position.
Well, it's cool that both teams are banning out Assassins. This just means that if it's initially these the Fredrin and the Paquito is going to be going.
Have you ever watched any of the pro scene from
such a great flex
MPL?
pick, and it forces teams to still respect the possibility of it being shifted over. So for now, having the Hayabusa and the Ling banned out, we see the Ling more often, the Hayabusa quite a bit less, but I guess with a lot of burst damage, the output potential in the hands of Saken could be very important. And for Alter Ego, they ban out this Hellcurt. We haven't seen it so far, but Alter Ego might be onto something from scrims.
Definitely, definitely. If anyone is going to be able to pick this up, it's Super Ken on the Hellcurt. The Hayabusa gets banned out because Selly Boy, they're respecting Selly Boy here. With the Lancelot taken out as well, that leaves almost zero assassin options available. I don't think a Mon is viable. I think the
This
only
is the
option
thing
could
from
be Hanzo, but without any clear
So
backline, I don't feel
basically,
like it's worth it
every
enough to
region
pick up.
has
So
their
it brings
big
us to
tournament,
another
which
focus here. Do they
decides
wanna
who
pick up something
goes
like the
to
Martis, who
the
still
big
has been
events like
proven very effective in the
MSC,
jungle position?
You have to really want to
M4,
commit Fredrin into that
M5,
NXT. Yes, I
IESF.
really like that Marcus, but then again,
NPL
they have that
is
last pick. Perhaps
what's
they really can flesh that
Indonesia,
out, right?
the
That Fredrin can be the
Philippines,
safety net from the side of Alter
Myanmar,
Ego to-
Brazil,
yeah, you know what?
and
The
I believe
draft doesn't really
Peru
work.
have.
Let me give the Fredrin towards the jungler position.
And it's a lot
But let's
bigger
see
than
here.
what
It's gonna
we
be Yi.
have,
Again,
but our
we're
version is
saving that last
NACT.
pick to be flex.
Well, Yiv is a solid pick for sure, and that shows again that the Kadita will be moving over to the roam position. There's a lot of catch now in the hands of Alter Ego.
So this
For
is like
Bigatron,
this is
speaking
basically
of
the
Assassins,
biggest
just a
tournament
quick mention.
in
I think,
all the regions.
our
Each region has their own. This is
Indonesian counterpart,
MPL
Ogawa, was talking
Indonesia,
that he thinks
and
that,
they are.
Karina is actually
and this
very
is like
good
their
right
biggest
now, and we
tournament
haven't seen
besides
it
the
so
World
far.
Tournament.
But against this
This is
team,
their
though,
regional
not
one. This is
very
who
base
decides who,
attack
like,
based, so maybe
who,
not just yet. Although you have
represents
no idea
their
what
country.
Aldo is thinking.
No
The,
way, not Karina for
tournaments.
Bigatron, right? There's so much slow, there's so much catch coming in from Alter Ego.
Oh,
It's so much.
And since
wow!
Indonesia, I'm
Alright,
keeping a close
okay.
eye on this one. Since
So
Indonesia
Florin is going to be the choice.
basically
We haven't
beats
seen this.
the
Did we
Philippines
see
in the
this
last
season,
World,
Florin?
and
think we saw
MSC,
it
Indonesian,
once
what
maybe?
was it?
Maybe. It
Team
wasn't common at
Onic
all.
won.
Because we were
But-
waiting
So
for this to be
everybody's kind of
something
looking
of
at
a
Indo
meta
to see
because
what their meta
it is
is.
meta in the
Basically the top of the
Philippines.
world.
And with the Alice in the jungle once again.
Boxia?
How's your ranking been going, girl?
Look at
It's
the
so
classic, super
risky.
good. Well, look at this composition, right? There's shielding from Paquito, there is the Cult Alter, there is the healing from Florin, and there is regeneration from Alice. Healing denial becomes super valuable here. So for Alter Ego, picking up something like a Boxia would work, but honestly, anything that can just stop the healing would be amazing.
Esmeralda. Honestly, is an option, but I don't think Alter Ego likes to pick up the Esmeralda.
Oh,
So it's going to be the Bane
I'm in
here.
Legend 86 games
Ladies
later.
and gentlemen, what an interesting draft. I had a feeling that we would be seeing something crazy coming in from a Bigatron Alpha, especially with Coach Aldo at the helm. Alice is such a risky choice to put in the jungle. Why do I say this? Is because it relies super heavy on that early game rotation that Alice needs to have. And if Alter Ego can stop Alice from scaling, can stop Alice from rotating quickly, it's going to be a disaster for Bigatron Alpha.
you know, Mirko keeps talking about the
You should turn on
condition for Bigatron being
your
that mid, roam, and
your
jungle
streaming
combo.
in-game,
But right
Mia.
now, with a Florin,
You know how to do
Alice,
that?
and Faramis combo, it's very short range, it's very sustainable, but on the side of Alter Ego, the question is, will they have enough damage to burst it down? 3 level 4 at least. I don't think Alter Ego has enough damage to just melt through all these 3
Odd with basic
sustainable
emblem,
heroes.
right?
And
Yeah,
afterwards,
basic
there's still the
emblem,
Cult Alter, so it
tenacity,
will come down to
agility,
execution.
and
It's all going to come
damn,
back
what is
down
that,
to the
quantum?
execution. If Alter Ego can take it from the early
Quantum
game
charge.
and snowball, that is going to be the weakness of a Bigatron Alpha. As ladies and gentlemen, let's
86.
welcome you to
If you
game number
want,
1 of the Chaos Derby
turn it on,
between
and I'll
Alter
watch
Ego
a few of your
and
games to
Bigatron,
give
the
you
Red
some
Robot.
tips on
Look
what
at
you
the
may
battle
be
spells right here, man. Bigatron understands they want to sustain, they
having
want to heal
issues
up
with.
through the damage. In order to do so, they cannot get stun locked. 3 purifies, and as we predicted, Quantum Charge
What do
with
you
a sprint
use?
for Super Sorizo.
Like,
That
are you-
EXP
have you
lane is
been-
going to be so
have you been,
volatile, especially
playing
because
marksman?
Fry is on a aggressive hero like the Fredrin.
Did you want to
but
just
I'm
come
not
in my
sure
chat
he
if you
can
didn't want to
actually
talk
match
in
the
my
kind of sustain
my
that the
Discord?
Paquito can
It's
bring
almost a little
with,
easier because I got a lot of
Festival
things going
Flood,
on.
as well as most likely
Looking back
the
at the chat.
Bloodlust Axe afterwards.
I agree. I think it's all going to go down to how fast they can clear, right? Because as we all know, Paquito has been severely buffed in his skill 2, and he should be able to clear a lot faster than the Fredrin here. But taking a look at that particular lane, yeah,
You're
it seems like
filling.
he's winning it out in these trades.
He's gonna. And if you take a look at the emblems for Alter Ego, it's very telling, man. Udil has the Rupture emblem. He is going for aggression here. More cooldown, more penetration, more hybrid penetration. It's definitely a more aggressive option. But look at this play, though. That's a Petrify, but it won't be enough.
Good Purify, right? I mean, Super Saiyan there. Good placement on that Purify, but that is what Rex can bring to this game. That Kadita, that crowd control combo can be very deadly.
We haven't seen Rekt actually play too aggressively in the past few seasons.
My
I feel like,
problem, my
as
personal
in
problem
looking for
with
kills,
Killing
looking
is
for
that the
pickups,
game,
but on the Kadita, he seems to be pretty average so
is that
far.
the game is
But keep in
always
mind,
going to
for
try to
Weekend
keep you at
Alpha, right,
50%.
take
So
note
if you
of
give
their
it
emblems,
the
they also all went
option
for the agility. Their whole plan is to maintain formation,
to
hide away from the
maneuver
danger
around
with the
you
purifiers,
where
with the
you'll
movement
just be
speed,
flexible
and then
for
they can
it,
just take fights
it's
on
always
their
going
own
to put you
terms.
at
That is something
50%.
that
It's always
Altrigo
going to give
need
you a
take into
losing matchup.
consideration.
So you have to do something
Whoa!
special
Look at
to
the
be.
combo there
Ooh,
already.
damn.
Jumped
Ooh,
in
she
with
did.
rough ways. First blood. Falls in the
You have
hands
to
of
do
Alter
something
Ego, but
special. You have to be
Supercan.
special in a way. You have to be special in a
Right back.
character.
Rekt says no.
Special in a position
Alter Ego
to
already
get
picking up
over
the
that
first kill
50% that
here
it's
in
going
the
to
first
try to
few
put
minutes
you
of
at.
the game. They do have the pick-off potential, and they honestly need to pick up the gas here. They have everything to lose if Superkin gets to scale into the late game, which is one of the winning conditions, right, for the side of Bigatron Alpha. They needed to secure a hero that could scale into the late game as their insurance, so they pick up something like the Alice, who scales basically infinitely into the late game. But here we go, the contest of the neutral objective.
You should pick a position and then just
Retribution. Supercan gets it
fucking
comfortably. Take a look at Pi now.
headlong into
3v1.
that
Super
position.
Zero gets a kill in the backside. Alter Ego.
The problem, though,
disengaging.
sometimes is that
a kill and a turtle here
there's
for
just
Bigatron Alpha.
problems with
Maybe
each
a
position
miscommunication. Pi was able to deal
that you're going to run into. Like marksman, if you try to main marksman, there's going to probably be a lot of times that somebody's going to try to fucking pick marksman over you because for some reason everybody thinks that they're the greatest marksman no matter
Alter
what.
Ego, Eterna. Just share a bit of insight here.
And 2 versus the world, Miracle's not here. Someone should be able to represent him, right? So I'm gonna go with Alter Ego for this match. I think
This Novara
there's a
roam,
little bit more
that's a struggle.
winning condition for Bigatron Alpha. It can
roaming
work,
in solo queue is
and
kind of
so far
hard
it does
because,
seem like it's
especially if you're
working, so I
playing
might be wrong
a
with my
support
predictions.
roam,
But for the
because
first 3
a
minutes
lot
of
of
the
people
game, does
don't
any item
realize
stand out
that
to you here?
to
Well,
play a
Udo is
support
just going
roam,
for
there
the
needs to be
penetration boost. He's
tankiness
going
somewhere
very,
in
very
your
aggressively
composition.
here. For more
And
mana
90% of the
regeneration
time in
as
solo
well,
queue, everybody's
he's
going to
trying
be
to
picking
just
something
make sure
fucking
he's on
squishy.
the lanes
They want to play that
constantly, but look at
fucking
that, that's
glass
gonna be
cannon that's
Rekt
going to get a
making a
lot of
play yet
fucking kills, so nobody
Jumping
picks
in,
anything
failed to
tanky.
somehow find the
Plus, melee heroes are the hardest to learn. Because it's not like a marksman or a mage where you can just
I have a fun
continually
fact.
stay in the back, poke,
Rex has actually been
and
picking up the
learn to
Kadita
get your
in his
distance.
live
Melee
stream.
heroes have to go
And I
in.
feel like in
They have
Indonesia,
to
it's like a bare
learn
minimum
what type
for a
of damage
roamer.
they can take, and
If
that
you're a
takes
roamer, you
taking
need to be able to
deaths.
pick up the Kadita because literally in international events, if any other region goes against Indonesia, there's always a Kadita being banned. That's a fun fact.
I see. I mean, our region is known to be very, very aggressive, so it's not really that big of a surprise.
Is there
But
anything
now,
that you
what
like? Is there
surprise
a position that
Bigatron
you like to
actually
play,
being
or
aggressing here, going for a bit of a cut, but they noticed that on the map, none of the Alter Ego members are
Characters that
showing,
you like to play?
so they very intelligently back away as both EXP laners, they go going for a huge cut here, prepping for the next turtle.
You know what's crazy? Superken is a level above of Sally Boy here. How does he do that on something like the Alice? I feel like at this point, right, Bigatron Alpha, they need to be able to feed those waves. And it's working. But then Super Saiyan should get that power spike
What is
easily,
Sally
but
Boy
here we
doing?
go.
Oh, Sally Boy.
Rizzo finding the kill easily now. Pi trying to soak in a lot of damage. Supercan, will he be able to find the kill? Not yet. Nino jumps in with Shaman Force now. 1v4 basically, but take a look at the healing. Nino now caught, flickering away, but Rekt to the backside. Petrify connects, trying to find a kill. Call Ultra was placed as well.
is done.
Rekt now caught, isolated, but he is able to run away with his resources. Still a favorable trade for the Red Robots.
There's so much
I'm in one of the VC
sustain
chats
from
in
the
your
side of Bigatron Alpha, like you mentioned there, Rashi, that if Alter Ego, they want to go in a comp that heavily relies on their resources, their ults, their skills, once that all of that has been used up,
yeah. Let me
Bigatron
turn this
Alpha
down
can
a bit.
actually play the long game and
Oh
win.
wow, you're so loud.
I'm sorry.
It's not your fault that you're loud in your own voice channel. That's so much better. Okay, so I just sent a picture in your gaming section. That's what my live stream looks like. I don't know how to turn it on. I think it auto shuts off because nobody ever watches me every time I turn it on.
You're in the wrong area.
Oh jeez. I went into settings and I
Loud,
didn't see
hold on.
anything there.
Go to the main screen. At the top right, you're gonna see a camera with the play button inside of it. Press that.
Okay.
On the upper right hand side, you're gonna see something that says My Channel.
And turn it back on. Okay, there we go. It's on again. It does. It auto shuts off on me, I swear.
Yeah, it does it for me too.
Nobody watches me, so nobody comes.
I don't think it's that. I think it just resets every week too, because it's. I think it takes resources from them, so they'll automatically turn it off. And then plus, I'm not gonna lie, dude. Sometimes that fucking little chat button at the bottom fucks me up.
You can shut that off.
Huh?
You can shut that off.
The chat button?
Yep, you can turn it off so that they can't talk to you.
Oh no, it's not them talking to me. It's me pressing the chat bubble at the bottom for some, like I'm trying to quickly hit my or retry or
recall or regen.
Yeah, and then I'll hit the chat thing and it'll pop up and I'm like, motherfucker, and I can't hit anything outside of it until I close it.
I have it hidden because it's one of those things on the UA thingy. You can move it and hide it.
Oh, the UA. I never even mess with it. I probably should.
Two of the turrets on the side.
I had to reset it because I
they could go.
accidentally
Super Ken
moved my
jumping in.
thingy and I
Super
couldn't
Saiken
put
though
it back.
Will's clear.
And I was just like, oh no. Right now I'm doing a lot of roaming and tanking. Xena thinks I'm really good at being the fighter role. However, I am not the best for the team fights. I struggle real bad. I'm desperately wanting to get better. I'm playing a little bit of Mythotar a little bit. I tried Lapu. He is not the one. I tried.
It's gonna have to be, if you're gonna have to settle on a role. First of all, you have to settle on a role that you want to do, and then you're going to have to kind of assume that you have biases and have to try to get over those. Like for me, when I look at something, like when I play something, sometimes like a Eve, there's some that if they're meta, you're gonna have to try to like get over that hump and try to learn them, unless they're stupid. What's it called? Mechanical. Lapu's not too mechanical. What's your issue? Well, so what role do you want to play?
I prefer to play marksman because I can play it lazily even when I'm tired and I can still do decent versus fighter. My other role would be fighter. Marksman and fighter are my two basic roles. I like playing Gatakacha. If I had to choose a fighter to play every game, it would be Gatakacha, hands down.
How about this? Let's start with who do you have on the fighters? Do you have Uranus?
I have every hero.
Oh, okay.
It makes it really easy. I could buy the next 10 heroes if they drop 10 of them tomorrow. I could buy them all.
So right now the big ones in the XP lane that you could play are Uranus. You don't want to use Paquito.
I do know how to play Uranus.
To play him well? Because he's pretty meta right now.
He's the first one that got me to Legend for the very first time. I went 15 games in a row when I first made it to Legend a while ago. I tell Xena all the time, I was like, don't tell people I can play tank. Don't tell people I can play Uranus. She's like, you're really good with him. I'm like, I know. I don't like to play him, though, because it hurts my hands.
To play Uranus?
It does. I have to constantly use my skills. I'm constantly jumping. I have to constantly move back and forth. I have to make sure I'm always being hit by something so I can get his passive off, so I can get the health back. I mean, I've been called hacking I was told I was hacking the past 4 times I played him in a ranked game. They're like, there's no way he gets that much health. I'm like, yes, he does.
What's going on, Jose? The thing is, and it's almost kind of, I think the problem might be like with all these, you need to play other characters at that level. with how hard you play Uranus, and because like honestly, like I don't consider marksman easier to play than a fighter, because you're constantly having to keep your distance. When people come in, you're gonna have to back up now to keep poking properly, and then once you get into team fights, you're constantly having to watch your surroundings, especially in solo queue, because you don't inherently have tanks or stuff that you can trust that will check all the bushes for you. So you're going to go in, try to get close enough to get some damage off, and then somebody's going to flank you because Rome didn't clear the bushes properly.
Yeah.
So it's up to you with what you want to play. I think the problem with playing with Xena is you're always going to be competing with Homing, who always wants to play with her, and he pretty much primarily only plays marksman.
Yeah. When I play with him, he usually jungles with throwing guy. Jawhead. So I'm like, I think I'm a fairly decent Dairoth. However, I cannot play him in lane to save my life. I don't know what I'm doing.
He's not a great.
Wrong.
Well, the thing is too is like even if you were great in lane, and that's actually a problem if you can't play him in lane because that's where he shines. That's where he's supposed to shine. He actually fails in team fights because he kind of he's very squishy.
I use him in the jungle. He's my jungler, and I love him in the jungle.
So why not try? Why not just keep using him in the jungle then?
I do. When I get the opportunity to jungle with him, my junglers are either Dairoth or Aemon. I may or may not have jacked the build from Beto Sky and learned how to play them through him.
What guy?
However, I haven't. Beto Sky?
Betoski?
Yep. Sorry.
Betos.
Him. If you know him, please don't say I say his name wrong, but that's how I read it. I read it as Beto Sky because I have like a reading thing.
He's actually the how I learned to play Cyclops when I first.
Your voice died.
Oh, sorry, because I was looking the other way at the.
Oh, you don't have a headset with a microphone, do you? You actually have like one of those stand mics, don't you?
Yeah, because for the casting and everything.
I was told I'll eventually get one of those. For the moment, I'll stick with my Razer headset.
Well, that's actually the Razer headsets are good for what they do. I mean, there's no need to have a headset like this. It's just that those ones are I have different peaks for my voice because I'm very loud and you don't catch all the I don't know. It's just a better quality that you don't notice unless you're like super into like audio and stuff like that.
Not super into audio, but I know a lot of people who do ASMR, and they are always talking about their microphones. Another player that I think I'm decent with is Xborg, but I don't know how meta he is anymore. I can play him in the jungle, or I can play him in the EXP lane. I try to find people that I can use in more than one position, so worst case scenario, I can switch if I need to at the last minute.
Not too many heroes like that. The biggest thing I would say is learn one role, one character, and just play the fuck out of that character until you get high enough to where you're seeing certain things and how people react and what they do so that you can start applying that to other heroes at that level as well. The problem is that when you start learning, when you try to be this Swiss Army knife, you're becoming like all right at all heroes, but master of none, and being all right isn't going to get you higher in rank.
No, it's not. I'm trying to find a hero that is a decent hero that can be played no matter what the season is. I know that any hero can be good if they know, if they are.
Like I'm going to tell you, like if I had put the effort that I put into Bane into like an actual meta hero, I probably be doing a lot better. Any hero can be great, but you have to be like significantly good. Like Layla, for instance. Like Homing plays Layla great, but the level he plays Layla at is like absurd to do all right in matches. You know what I mean? Like you have to be like stupid good on her to just be basic in matches because of how many fucking counters she has. How easy she is to gank.
Right.
So loud in my ears.
Am I loud? Is my voice too loud?
Oh, it's not.
I know
it's
I
my
was.
game.
I was gonna say I know I was effing with my volumes when I was in Xena's Discord, and that's because of the background. But everyone's still asleep at 12,
What do you
almost
mean?
1 o'clock in the afternoon. Everyone's
Well,
sleeping in my house.
Oh, in your house.
They're all sleeping. Xena's not allowed to play Mobile Legends today. She has work to do. Or she's not having coffee for 2 days. So she's working. So out of the fighters that I have, I would say I could play Gatakacha, Ruby. I can play
Gatakacha, I'm gonna have to nix. You're gonna have to learn somebody else. Gatakacha is just absolutely awful in the lane. He his early game is pretty bad. He is when it comes to team fights, he telegraphs his moves so freaking hard that there's not anybody that's at legend or above that's not gonna dodge your shit. And Lavi says, any hero I would recommend Yuzong play fighter. Yuzong's not bad. Like honestly, I would say like Yuzong and Uranus if you're gonna play XP lane. In the marksman lane, Claude's a little hard to play right now. Who in the
I don't even know. I haven't even played Claude.
Yeah, he's hard. He's not a normal marksman. He's not some marksman you can just pick up. Like I loved marksman lane for a while, and I tried to pick him up, and I literally had to sit there for like a month trying to learn him and learn because the reaction you have to have with him is just completely different than other marksmen. When you like start getting muscle memory for I'm going to dodge this attack, he's just a lot weirder.
Because he has the little monkey that he can switch places with at like the last possible second to get out of it.
But that's the thing is like and that's not even a dash because like normal dashes are like Granger, you just press your dash in a certain direction and you're back. With Claude, you have to press your monkey in a certain direction and then switch with him. So you know what I mean? Like it's just there's extra steps that come into it.
It's like Muddles.
Brody is good and pretty easy, I guess. Yeah, Brody's not bad. I would say Brody. But Brody, my thing with Brody is his timing.
I do like to play Brody. However, he doesn't have enough skins, I don't think. Not that I have not that many. I think I have more than you.
Yeah, that's my problem with him. And then when he hits, he's like, hit 2, 3, 4, hit. I'm like, God damn, dude.
He takes a long time, and I like to think that when Talker helps, it doesn't, but it makes me think I do. Wow, 10-2.
Yeah, Biggitron kind of bamboozled them.
A little bit. 12-minute game. I had one of those. I was pushing their base at the first 6 minutes of the game, and I was just like, what, are they dumb?
Clint's a good one. Yeah, Clint is a good one.
So he's the one that you jump backwards if you use one of his skills, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've tried.
He's one of those that you have to be a little bit patient with him, and then the problem is like his dash is very he for the most part you don't want to just dash away from people with him. You need to angle it so that when you dash you throw your chains at them too, because his dash is extra small. So just merely dashing away isn't going to get you away from anybody. You're actually going to need to hit somebody with, I forgot what the heck it's called, his little chains, to slow them down so that you can actually get away.
What about Nate?
Tan?
Yeah, sorry.
Natan's not bad. However, he has no real escape. So you really have to lean on your orb that you throw out to really mess people up. No,
it does a short rewind, I know.
Short rewind. Oh yeah. Well, it's mostly that it tosses them around the orb. The thing is though, with Natan you have no actual escape, so you actually you have to be great at landing your skill shots, because that's what's going to give you movement speed. That's what's going to give you attack speed. And then you have to be patient with his orb too, because if enemies are coming around you, you can't just use your first ability and second ability. You need to use your first ability so that you can get your running and your attack speed. And then once they get close enough to you, you need to use your orb to push them away. Like I feel like he's a complicated hero to learn, and once you get up high enough, they're not going to be fooled by that. They're gonna bait your orb out, and then they're just gonna jump over it.
So my favorite marksman to play in lane is actually Granger. Even though everybody plays him in the jungle, I actually can't play him in the jungle, but can play him in lane really decently, I think.
I used to be a Granger main.
However, for whatever reason, I cannot get his last chapter to master him to save my life.
Well, mastery doesn't have to be the chapters. Mastery just is how many games. Eventually, you'll get mastery on him.
Nope, I've been sitting at chapter 4 for him since I experted him forever ago. Yeah, I know that. It's because some of these characters that I've mastered, I didn't even know. Like, I can't really play Aerithel, but I have her experted. Can't play her, though. I really, really can't.
Play who?
Same thing with Wan. Aerithel.
Oh, yeah, Wan's a complicated one. She's pretty much banned in meta, but that's because she's a skill based.
I can't get her ultimate. I can't get her ultimate off.
Yeah. I'm the same way though. I have fucking trouble with that shit.
At least I don't have to do it 6 times anymore. I mean,
yeah, they hit 6 marks.
I remember that. I struggled because every time there's a new marksman, I go play them. The new hero, I don't get her either, but I also didn't do any homework on her. Jimmy's too complicated. Yeah, I don't comprehend her. However, she has more games than Edith and Bruno. I only played her twice. Beatrix, I don't understand her guns. I haven't tried playing Maskov, really. I know I don't like playing against him. So, fighters that I've mastered would be Sylvana, Masha, Gatto, Dairoth, and Xylong. I like playing Ruby and Xborg. I'm working on my Mythotar. He's almost 3/4 of the way mastered.
Honestly, for laners, for fighters, you'd probably be looking at Inus, Lapu, and or Yuzong. Practice.
I actually like to try to play Yuzong, even though I fail. So one of his skills does the spinny circle, which helps get the lifesteal, and the further the enemies are away from the blade.
No, it's not the circle. It's his after he hits you with 3 abilities, you get lifesteal.
After I get hit with 3 abilities?
No, after you hit them. So you have to combo.
So there's a jump skill, the little sneaky, and then the spinny.
Hold on, I'm trying to make sure.
I would rather betray the world than let the world betray
every single
me.
Time he deals damage, so auto attacks and abilities. After you reach 5 stacks, that's when that what do you call it comes to you. So loud. Is it really loud?
I had to turn it off because you were echoing.
No, they're talking about my game. Really? Wow. This thing is like my easy cap thing right now is at bottomed out, like to the point it's like I think it's at 4.
Oh, when did I get his collector skin? I didn't even pull for that. I got it at one of the events. Oof.
Song was yelling in my ear. desktop. Say something, Mia.
Hi.
Lavi
What's up?
said I liked it. Okay, that's good. You're good. And then let me try this. That is fucking loud. Holy shit. I don't hear it as loud as you guys do. It's, dude, right now, like, this is what I was saying. Like, I think at some points within the next 2 weeks, I'm gonna be redoing my entire stream because like random things are kind of go to sound settings, and then we're gonna go to this.
Oh, I pull up the volume, the mixer up on mine when I'm streaming. I have that always up. Granger getting the new Exorcist skin. I knew who it was.
Recording. That's much better. Okay. Still super loud. Is that still super loud for you guys? You need a legit soundboard? Oh shit. That shit's expensive. Maybe I should just go into my down. That sucks. That's still loud. What the fuck?
I am the moonlight that breaks through the darkness.
Yep.
The actual Maya character screaming at them.
Are you kidding me? How can I buy Mobile Legends to give me a skin that I can't get anymore?
Oh, you're gonna have to wait. Be patient.
Oh no, this is that special Layla skin. Apparently it was an event offline from Bangkok.
Oh, I don't know. I've never seen a Layla skin like that.
You haven't?
Nope, not one that you couldn't get.
Oh, it's the blue scepter.
For honor!
I've been playing this game for 4 years now, and I've never seen this skin come into play.
I'm going to be old before they bring back Raffaella's biomed skin. Bro, fucking May almost like threw a tantrum because she wasn't playing while she's been waiting for Ruby's zombie skin to come back, and they had it while she was away. Because I think that's like the only Ruby skin she doesn't have.
It comes out during Christmas time in the event. That's where I got mine from. I have that skin. But the blue scepter skin and that Raffaella one's never coming back, I swear. They are Halloween skins. They need to bring them back.
All right, that sounds a little low. Let's see. Let's go back to
I would rather betray the world.
Your game volume's not that bad.
World betray me.
Because I turned my
channel
volume
my
on
inner
help
white
you.
woman and write a strongly worded letter, firmly worded, to whom it may concern.
As a white person, I can't write a letter that well written. I'm too nice. They don't get back to me on Twitter. I'm kind of sad. It's my go-to complaints platform, and they never respond back to me. Genshin's even gotten back to me on Twitter.
What else can I do here to make this thing louder?
What are you trying to make louder?
Well, the game sounds in my ears, but like to make it soft for them so that it's not blowing out freaking.
So do you have the same type of video capture device that Xena has?
What's that? No, I probably have something different. I'm sure she uses like an Elgato or something.
I just use my USB cord and I plug in my cord right into my computer and stream. And then I can use my headset without having my AirPods and not have it bother the volume at all. So I can control how it sounds through the application individually, and then I can hear it is in my ears and then have my microphone headphones over my ears.
What's going on, Icy? The game sounds quiet in the game. That's still going to affect how I hear it, Strawberry.
Yes, to hear it. Not everybody can play with no music or no volume.
I need to hear what's going on when abilities are used.
That's why I use my finger on the mini map. I saw that video that you guys did the other day, that you guys all streamed.
Oh, that we put together. Yeah, all of us. Yeah.
She told me she had to do it like 12 times.
Everybody did.
Right.
No, everybody thinks that they're the only ones. I even did mine, like, I want to say like 20 or 40 times. I was like, nope, don't like that. I'd be like right in the middle of it. I'd say something and I'd flub up a word or the way I said it. I'd be like, nope, delete. Record.
Like do the same thing like 30 times beforehand, and then I'll record it on Snapchat before I actually try it on the actual camera.
Will be able to follow that pick off, especially with his ultimate, the true damage coming through as well. They want to avoid team fights. They can definitely go for the Martis. I hope they go for the Martis. Please go for the Martis. All right, so they go for the Baxia in game 2 instead, Arashi. So they were listening, but a little bit late. All right, they're gonna be picking it up here in game number 2, and I guess
that guy's
kind
name.
of has.
Jumps in for front line.
Let's take a look at the talents prediction real quick, right? Once again, 2 versus the world here. Me and Papulong.
Fast forwarding.
Again, I'm representing Mirko. Mirko's not here. A lot of people are missing him, but
Did you just fast forward that?
Yeah, I'm trying to go back to the beginning of the match, not like 2 minutes in. I like to see right from the opening. The openings are so important.
Still,
the rotations are like, and on how they itemize. All right, there we go. 20 seconds.
Wow.
Oh, Jesus Christ. These dudes are fighting so early.
Before Alter Ego. So even through all that, let's see
not
if
back
they
enough,
have
huh?
what it takes to force this to a game number 3, and already, wow.
He read that shit hard. Oh, he's gone!
I will not be able to survive that one. What a read! Bigatron read the rotation of Pi like a buck. 3 members already waiting in that bushes. And take a look at that super cannon.
Oh,
now.
do you want me to stream it in Discord so you can see it as I'm seeing it?
Able to secure
That would be nice. I'm sitting here, I'm like,
Mr. Pi,
wait,
he
what?
wasn't ready, man. They knew the colleague wants to be aggressive, wants to maybe wait in the bush for a bit of a cheese. But no, he gets cheesed instead. Bigatron Alpha just so aware of the situation. Looking at the emblems, still agilities for the side of Bigatron for sure. But look at this.
Cut and got
Red
eaten.
has the
Yeah, he
base
did.
flank on the Kaja, not the focusing mark. He's trying to make sure he's a bit more survivable.
Dude, that's
even though
crazy.
It means less damage from his teammates onto the main target being divine judgmented later.
That's very interesting. I think that's the first Brave Smite Kaja we've seen.
That
so
already
far.
had me worried.
And we see the same problem, right? Survivability.
That just tells me that Biggie is on another level of researching my team.
Supercan here trying to steal the camp there. He gets it, right? His experience is above Selly Boy for now, but now it's going to be the very interesting part here. 20 seconds to the board. Which rotation favors?
Does Mobile Legends have an official phone or brand of phone for their gaming?
Let's look at the talents prediction real quick, right?
They
Once
work
again,
on most
two
phones.
versus the world here. Me and Papulong. Again, I'm representing Mirko.
So they don't have a specific phone that they use at tournaments?
They probably do. They
Super
probably do.
Ken
I'm pretty sure it's whatever they're advertising.
Selly Boy now blocked, so it gives more space.
Yeah.
For that
Samsung's pretty big in
objective
Southeast
to be
Asia.
taken by the red
It's actually huge.
Right before the turtle spawns as well. You can see even Super Moreno. He understands the situation. He flickered aggressively, not defensively, against a team like this, against a Khalid.
They have that
Garcia,
ROG
Khalida.
phone
No,
that I
he
know
goes
my
aggressive
friend
because he knows there's value
does.
in picking off
She got
Udo
it
in
from
the
Mobile
situation.
Legends, actually.
Alright, yes.
Alpha. So strategic right now.
More yes.
More yes?
More yes.
Super more yes.
Super more. I'm sorry.
Right. Later, are you going to want to rank a bit?
Let's take a
Try
look
to
at
get you to
the
Mythic before the
equipment
weekend's
here, the
over?
items so far. For the
Me?
gold laners, right?
was
There's
asking,
not much
Strawberry.
of a gold disparity, but you can see
Yeah,
here
try
that
to-
I was gonna say,
Felix has
you're
also
kidding.
A little bit more damage in the Fury Hammer. But for Claude, what is he going for here?
Well, interesting enough, he has the physical defense boots, so he's a bit concerned about the matchup, right? Getting poked down by the Renner coming in from Super Saken. But that also makes him a bit more vulnerable to the real-world manipulation gags. To Super can just.
I really
diving
wanted to
on
learn
the
how to
turret,
play
so he needs to be a
Kaja,
bit more
watching
careful
him in
here.
this game.
Alter Ego, they don't really have a lot of.
Ooh,
defensive
I
wow.
really
options,
wanted
but
his
Vin goes
Skyblocker
in.
skin.
Vin catching two. Rex Frickers out of the
Bro,
way.
that was
Selly
so
Boy disengaging
disgusting.
with the Puissance as well. No clear casualty. Both teams out of the way. Selly
Solution, but he needs to be a bit to the real world manipulation.
Like, watch how
gags.
Super
To
Ken
Super
stops
just
this
diving in on
the roll
turret, so
from
he needs to be a bit more
Boxia.
careful here.
He just like
Alter
dash.
Ego, they don't really have a lot of defensive solutions, but Vin goes in.
Completely
Vin
stops
catching
the
two.
entire gate that they were trying to
Frickers
go
out of the
for.
way. Selly Boy disengaging with the Puissance as well. No clear casualty. Both
What about
teams
ranking it cut
wasting
out? Oh, I
resources
say if
here.
you're going to want to
But again,
rank later
no
today so that
kills
we can try to get
Yeah,
to
they're rotating it together here. Looks
get
like
your
Alter
ass to
Ego want to
Mythic
put up
already.
a fight. But there it is. Udil barely gets out alive with the damage already coming in
Oh
from
my
Super
gosh.
Ken as Super Vin goes in for another pick.
Yeah, Vin here with the bouncing ball, trying to harass Rex. Divine Judgment is online though, but he's very, very low. No
Rex.
flicker. But he is able to survive that one still. Bigatron Alpha still with the heavy pressure.
Without a proper front line, they can just walk into and engage into these bushes. You can see that Bigatron Alpha, they're getting advantage here just because Super Vin is always able to clear lanes first, right? Help out with the lane clearing and position inside those bushes. And he's always able to get a bit more of a first step against Alter Ego. Udil has not been able to ambush anyone. Rekt has not been able to just trap someone with the Divine Judgment. He's looking for it, but Bigatron Alpha are
What do you usually
positioning
have
so-
problems with when
so
you're
well to deny that possibility from him.
like, do you know
They don't
where
have a
your
catch
where
yet.
your
That's the
issues are while
problem.
you're
Rekt
laning
hasn't been
or
able to shut down a
playing?
Super Ken here as both of these
Me?
teams. Oh, here we go.
Oh, Cerezo, jumps in. Oh, take a look at that. Khalid jumps in as well. Super Vin falls, but
Me personally,
Super
I am
Ken
horrible
gets
with team
taken down
fighting.
as well, so that's a clear 2 kills for the 3 masks. And again, a neutral objective, they have equalized.
Like with what,
Alright, so here it
choosing a
is.
target
Alter
or
Ego
placement
finally
or
finding
both,
their
or-
rhythm. 2-0.
Being in it.
Plus they get
The whole thing. I don't. I avoid the whole thing. I am not that guy. That's why I like to play Gatakacha, because I'm forced to team fight to help save my team. And I'm tanky enough to do damage.
I don't know if it was available
I had to
online,
carry
but
hard
there was
a
very
couple of
hasty
games
engage
ago
in the
playing
split
Gato.
second.
I was
And
sad.
Like you said, for Bigatron, split second sudden changes, sudden plans. This seems to be their weakness.
I got MVP. I pulled MVP out of my butt with 3 people who were bots who just kept wanting to quit. Thank heavens my mage is like, nope, me and Gato got this.
Strawberry says hitting creeps instead of heroes. Do you turn on Strawberry? Do you turn on your creeps and tower button?
Remember, Blazing Duet has been used prematurely. Will they commit to this?
Is it
Ado
possible to
jumps
play
in.
without it being on?
Very aggressively, Vin now
You don't
will be
want
taking
that.
now killing spree for Pi. But take a look at top side. Grok will safely secure
You don't want it
that
on?
turret, so it's a kill
You don't
for
want it
turret.
off.
good adjustments from
Oh, I was gonna say,
Alter Ego.
is
They're
I didn't
already
think it was
more-
possible to
they
play
have
it
more
without
hands
it.
available to go for these
The
dives.
default
But
is
as a
without
result,
it.
Taken Alpha, they
You
still
actually
know
have to
how
turn it
adjust.
on.
They avoid those fights. They clear the ways before the play
Oh,
is
I think
initiated.
that's mine
That's happened
turned
to
on.
me.
No objective just yet, but
You
look
saw
at
that
Moreno.
video I made,
Very low
Strawberry,
here. This is a
where I
dangerous
was
spot.
questioning why it suddenly started going for a creep. It's because my dumbass fucking accidentally started tapping the creep button instead of the normal auto attack button.
Right now, getting jumped on.
I'd be hitting
charge as
creeps
well.
instead of heroes
More
too.
damage falls through
Women
to him, and
unite.
he gets taken out. It's a 2-for-1. Still favoring Alter Ego.
Definitely. Super Sakin's
My
the one that
settings.
gets taken
Hold
out,
on.
and Nino already just farming up a storm
Nope,
here. Is
that's not
actually, he
happening.
had a level
You go
lead
into
above Super
settings,
Sakin before he was
controls,
taken out. You can see that the
targeting.
real-time
Oh wait, not
win
targeting
probability is
priority.
shifting back and forth
At the
between
very
these
top, it's
teams.
standard,
Couldn't
advanced,
be
additional.
more
You want
even as
advanced.
they now collide on the next neutral objective. With Super
So the
Ken
one in the
at
middle.
level 2,
Yep.
and
So
Celebrate
I
at
actually have a
level
question
9,
about the
should
targeting
be
the targeting
something
priority
Super
was
Ken.
my
Let's see what
question.
they can do.
Oh,
Where
catching
should that
two.
be?
Take a look at the combo. Super Ken gets
I
the
always
kill.
I have
Celeboy
it
now
set for
Depends on
lowest
what you're
HP.
doing.
As Rex gets taken out. Celeboy now
I
caught
put
with the
mine on lowest
croissants.
HP
But no.
because if you go with lowest
Box that
percent,
off camera.
a
Gets
lot of
taken
tanks
out,
can be
gets
lower than a
soloed
marksman
by the MVP
by
or player
percent,
of the
but
game
it will take
back
you
in day
forever
one.
to burst down a tank
Chorizo,
because he's got
what is
5%.
going
Like
on, man?
a tank
What
at
a
5%
menace.
is a
You
lot
just can't
different than a
leave him
marksman
alone.
at 5%.
He's cutting the waves right
So
here
I have
again.
mine
The
put at
pressure
lowest
instantly
HP,
built up
so
again from Bigotron
whoever
Alpha.
has like
They're taking control
the
all
lowest
across the map,
amount
and all three
that I
are
can
the
burst
ones
down
now
is what I
just
put that
scrambling
at.
to
There's
try and
also
stabilize the
melee
situation.
heroes
I
sometimes
remember
want to
2
go
or
with
3 seasons
closest
ago,
target
Everyone was like,
is whoever they're on
Chorizo,
top of.
skill diff. Don't play. He's not a good
Okay.
EXP laner.
So I have mine
But
set to
look
lowest
at him
HP because
now.
I
Look at
figured
the impact he
at the time when
has.
I did this, I was
And
thinking,
he's
Maya, I
really
want all of my
going
little
zero
arrows to go
He's
for
not
one
only having
person.
the same impact on the Bakito, he not only needs the Esmeralda
Your
or the
buttons,
Uranus.
Strawberry.
Look at what he's capable of. on the
Have you
Grok
guys changed
even.
your UI?
Being
You
able
changed
to
your
solo
UI, right?
kill a gold laner, how is that even possible?
I almost want to see Strawberries. I want to see how big her buttons are. They're probably
Oh,
take up half the
catches two
screen.
again.
Just to
It's a
make sure she
nice
doesn't
Celeboy
miss.
right now flickering away defensively. Super Ken though.
Battle spell is
wants
closer to
kill,
skills.
finds it.
You know what I do
Another
need to do
two-man
with
kill for
with my
BTR,
UI is I
3
need to
minutes
take
ago.
out.
What is Alter Ego with the economy div? But take a look at the situation now. It's Bigotron Alpha with 2,000
See, it doesn't have it
gold.
here, but
Just don't beat this team unless you ambush them. Pi goes
I
in
want
aggressively. That could be a mistake.
my in-game
All
chat,
five,
not the
four-man
in-game chat, but
rotation.
the
Super Vin with the
when I'm
Oh!
in-game streaming, I want that chat
They
away
will though commit that inner turret bot
from the
side.
bottom because right now
Well,
it's
be
where all my
careful
skills sit,
because
but I don't
all
want
eyes
that.
are
I
on
want
this
it
guy.
away
Nope,
from
Nino
there
will not be
so I
able
don't
to
accidentally hit it. I don't know
support
how
and
to.
defend
fucking
his
fix
turret.
it.
Oh, that was so close.
There's
That was
off
a little
button.
too close for comfort there. I was kind of worried, and Nino is going to be very
I am
aggressive as a gold laner.
hunting.
He would BMI forward
I will find it.
or do something crazy
I
like
will
that and
find
get
it.
picked off. But there is still a level of, I would say, discipline coming in from Alter Ego here in the first 9 minutes of the game. But look at this, Bigotron Alpha already on to the next neutral objective.
Man,
Not
Pi is
huge in
4
that
and
way,
1.
so your
All
butt-
the kills of all three are
Hold
in
on.
his
Let me
hands,
see
but
if I can
he's
do
just
if I
getting
can fuck
completely
with that.
denied, and now look again, Bigotron trying to make things happen before they can even
I
react.
move the skills because it doesn't show in the customizer.
There. That's a wasted resource. No kill confirmed even. Oh my god, Bigotron with the safe Lord take. It's looking bleak now. Bad to worse now, item-wise.
Well, remember, right, the longer the game goes, the more it favors Bigotron Alpha. They have the more proper composition, they have a good front to back, they have long range to play with during sieges and lord dances. Looking at the items, already a Sea Halberd being built for Super Chorizo as well. So that's a lot of damage, man, with, oh, the Malefic Roar even. The items kind of rival the items of Super Sakin. That is just completely absurd, man.
So much damage.
Well, later
They
on,
recall
Super Ken
spam
as well.
fast.
Already the Holy Crystal. It's only gonna get worse from here for Alter Ego.
That's because they recall spam fast because of the recalls. There's only certain recalls that can spam fast.
Timers. That could be one of the only
Like
ways
I
they
was
can
recalling
try
once
and
when I was
gain
playing with
advantage
Xena
I guess
on
that's
her
what they were trying
Smurf,
to do,
and her
Arashi, right?
Smurf
Right
only has the
before they were
basic
able to
recall.
kill the Lord, they
So
used
she
the
was
Divine
like,
Judgment. Rex
tap,
used the Divine
tap,
Judgment on a
tap,
two-fight,
trying
so
to
nobody
recall
really wanted
spam
to
with
commit
us.
onto that. So I don't know what's going on. Is it communication? Is it targeting error from Rec right now? Oh, Super Vin!
Quicker rage. Take a look at the damage. Silly boy barely escapes. Nino will not be able
Strawberry,
to
I'm
take
talking
it
about
down.
the
Oh, there
I'm
you
talking
go. So
about
we're getting
the
secured.
live
Two
chat.
man
that you get when you're streaming and other people are watching you in game.
Successful siege.
This is a disaster.
Pull myself into a classic really quick and see if I can watch this and play at the same time and see if, because now that it's on, I should be able to turn it off. I swear you can do it.
He couldn't do anything. He could even pop his passive and he got just deleted.
Oh my god, and they're going for more here, going for the siege. With the fact that they have the Beatrix to poke at
the live chat doesn't show up. Oh, is that why you never respond to me when I live chat to you?
Bleak
Sad.
For Alter Ego here. They need to find a solution, and a solution fast.
It's probably because they have it turned off.
How are they gonna make this happen?
Oh,
right?
it doesn't show up. Yeah, it's not on there. Yeah, you can't see it to try to edit it.
Utilize their pickoff. How? With how they're grouping up together.
Characteristically, one of the only ways.
Who did you say I should try as a fighter?
Situations have been overturned.
Uranus, Yuzong, Lapu.
Getting a bit too overeager, getting a bit too
I cannot
aggressive.
Lapu to save my life. That is not.
How do you hide it, Strawberry?
So cool, so calculated.
There's a button on the screen. I'm telling you. I'm gonna look at it right now. I've got my thing loaded.
If it's not him,
Battle setup, pro setup, the first one, and then we're gonna go with the bottom.
Ta-da! Are making it very difficult. Unless Alter Ego maybe flank around.
I swear it's not gonna be there. Oh, I really gotta stop putting my exorcist skin out there because I can't play him.
There's a chance he can go for it, but that is such a slim
on
chance.
the arrow button under the map when the box pops up. Oh, you talking about in game?
You can hide it in game. I think that's what it is.
Most definitely going to be a free lord for
That's rude.
It looks like
all my ignored flowers, Rose, or Strawberry. All of them ignored flowers.
Super Vin, they're always able.
And the hearts.
He's always able to know where they are on the map.
Yeah, usually, right? Usually, someone would come down.
What bothers me the most about in-game chat is that it comes across my gameplay in the middle of my screen.
Before the Lord take, but for Bigatron, they just saw that the wave was already built up. They didn't bother
I see them
sending
after.
anyone down there. So Alter Ego, they were trying to
So when I'm trying to give you advice, I'm like, Alpha has fucking Athena's fucking after the match. Like, oh, that's helpful.
Situation now, it's Alter Ego behind 7,000, and this
should get
is
penetration.
Why, I mean, Season 11, he's
more
very
penetration.
He seems comfortable as well, but
yeah,
this
underneath my screen.
0-2-2.
Oh, come on.
I have to play this whole freaking game.
Come on.
There's a live
Look at the
thingy.
little twerk from Joy.
It's early in the season.
I love
0-2-2.
the little Joy twerking.
This particular game, 0-2-2.
Oh, come on.
Not comfortable at all.
Oh, come on. Moreno can. It's early in the season. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. It's really embodying Mirko there. Jeez.
You can tell why Mirko likes them, and now with the turret going down, they're going in!
Oh, wild charge connecting all towards one. Pi looking for the kill in the backside. Super Socket flickers away,
oh,
but the front side, Rex gets taken out. Nino now will go back to the bases. Pi will not be able to soak in the damage. He gets taken out. Lord now still. He needs to be taken care of.
That wasn't a bad distraction. Oh, but this it's not gonna help them.
This is looking like it's gonna be 2-0 for the Red Robots. Bigatron clean sweeps.
Who's next?
Bigatron,
Alter Ego.
Alpha.
Oh, are you watching a replay, not live?
Live would be at 3 a.m. to 9 a.m. So yeah, that's not gonna be happening anymore. I tried it once the first day.
Is it Esme? Is it Mincitar? Is it something else? But so far, looking at the bands, quite the same. Kaja taking away.
But I told Nami I would be rebroadcasting it for them, so this is my happy medium for them. So I don't lose sleep.
First phase. Rebellion Zion, are they going to
Those
stick
days,
with the
I was part of that. I did not sleep.
Very similar from game.
Oh yeah.
I was here. I lived through it.
Yeah. Strawberry, I'm gonna need you to sound out that last word. Plip.
In this current match, it's different, but still the same.
I actually don't care about Diva and Rebels. Let me see if we can get was it RQ versus Onic? That's the match I want to see.
The insane addition to
there they are.
with Clay stepping in. So
these are the top of Indo.
Let's see here.
Let's go back just a bit.
Here, right? With not just the
No, I want it to be a surprise. Oh, there's a Dyroth pick. Ooh.
As an Onyx fan,
season, Drian didn't play at all.
Oh.
So it
Thumbs
was very
down.
different to
The
Aldo
raspberry.
regime,
Is that what that's supposed to be?
where Drian still played a few games with Samo as well, but for Drian, we haven't really seen
Is that
much
what you
about
were
his
trying to
performance.
sound
Today
out,
could be
Strawberry?
Mess up. If you just misread your teammates' intentions, that slight mistake could mean the end of the whole game.
He
So I
built
think
like my
pressure is
Granger.
Absolutely.
Oof.
Granger's problem is he's never going to
the
be a
crazy
great
thing about this
side
matchup
laner.
is
He was built
both
for
of
the
these
freaking
teams
jungle.
hold very specific power heroes.
I can't play
Like
him
from
in
the
the
side of
jungle.
RQ, do they want
Yeah,
to
I know.
respect the
I
lane here?
play.
Do they want
When I fucking
to
troll, I'll
take it
play
away
Granger in the
earlier
side lane.
on? Or are they willing to let it go?
When I'm pissed
Are
that they
willing
took
to
my
just
picker, they
secure
don't.
a power hero for themselves and try to out
You try and type it out.
RRQ.
If I go for the Paquito, man, it has been one of the more solid heroes. Even the worst matchup seems like a skill matchup with that hero, and that will not be what Money goes for. They go
I got some
for
steaks
that
coming from the
Paramis.
store, so I'm like fucking starving.
Paramis early here. Doesn't
Tonight's
really,
gonna be a steak night
not
and
really
sherbet.
the approach for most teams. But
Sounds
then again,
yummy.
Yeb and Adi, they're cooking some things up here.
The more I talk about it, the hungrier I
There you
gotta
go.
stop.
That Paquito, there you go. Of that Angela
I
as
start
well.
gnawing on my fucking
Are they going to pick it up though?
mic here pretty
He's
soon.
actually been banned.
Eat that microphone.
So that actually kind of answers the question, right? There's a lot. It's so limited, that mid laner hero pool. That is viable.
They did
to
the
utilize in
Angela
this meta,
Uranus
so
combo
taking
you
it away
like?
for themselves must
With the
demand
last game,
boost
yeah,
away.
but I
think it's a
really
solid
I don't
move
want
from
to
Onyx.
watch the
But how will
entire
RQ respond? Angela
series.
going to be picked up.
I just want to. I really
Uranus
want to
is
see Onyx and
available
RQ.
too. And there you
and
go,
then,
dynamic duo.
Yeah.
Well, Angela and Uranus with a link. This
And then I wanna
becomes
get grinding
the trifecta
with
that
my,
Mirko won't shut up about. But now with the link banned out.
Strawberry at Mythic so that I can go on my main, and then we can start trying to.
Daroth, yeah. I was about to
Honors.
say Daroth because it counters Uranus.
That's
in
my goal
lane.
this season.
And there you go,
I want to
the
make the
instant
same
Daroth pick,
rank
and this
for 3
Paquito
seasons consecutively,
is
and then
should
try
fall into the
one.
jungler position in the hands of
Yeah, this
Kyrie.
match, Uranus with Angela.
I mean, the
Take
way
notes,
way
Strawberry,
back, there
take
was a
notes, I'm
time
just
where
kidding.
Paquito could be used as a roamer. I don't think we're quite there yet.
Drian.
I don't know what they do with Angela because I'm not gonna lie. I tried playing
Actually,
Angela and I cannot get the
Pick up
fucking.
the
I cannot do
Paramis,
well.
let's
with it.
We'll see. I mean, for now though,
Your
having a
placement's gonna
battle
hurt.
will
Why?
allow whoever is getting targeted, getting bursted down with the hard guard to just be secured by Onyx. So it's a good pick overall. But we haven't seen with the new emblems, right? Can the Dyroth still be that big of a counter for this Uranus? But for RRQ,
I really want to
securing
see
a
what
gold lane
emblem
for
setups they go
Skylar has
on
always
with
been a big
some of these
priority,
guys.
and they do
So,
so right here.
Dyroth,
Matrix here, seeing as a Claude has been taken away. It's a
like
second
here in this
into
match, they picked up a
hero
Dyroth Mia because
this
Dyroth
occurs.
counters Uranus. He's the only thing
But
that
the
really
thing
counters
is,
Uranus. But the trade-off here
on my
is going to
train
be
of
that
thought. I had a point,
Dyroth
I had
does
a
not
really
do
important
well
point that I
in
really
team
wanted to
fights.
make, and then I lost it because of the Beatrix.
I think that they're hoping
But
that
here it is, the Kaja.
they're just going to be
what I
so
was about
ahead
to
that
say
it's
is
not
I
going to
don't think
matter
that this Angela
what
is
he
going
does
to
in
fall
team
into the
fights.
hands of Naomi. I think it's
Okay.
a Clay pickup. So be wary.
Why you
So
think
why,
you
like
a
the,
roam
why
pickup
I like
here
to
for the
play
side of
Dyroth is
RRQ.
because his second skill can cut through any tank's armor.
The Kaja is also being limited. It's interesting.
Oh, I am a
Marco
dead
is still
person.
up for
I
grabs here.
just got a
think
5-man
RRQ
gig.
could
That
take
was
it there.
fun.
They might be
I'll
trying to
never
throw
have
off
the
Onyx
end of
by
season
showing
placements
just
I had 2
flashing out
seasons
with
ago.
Angela, but moving
Only
into
one
the
loss
mid
out of
lane.
10. I think I
If they do
lost
so,
like
though,
4
that'll be a Paramis. That's gonna be a
placements
very tough
this
lane
season,
to try and
Strawberry.
in the mid game.
So it just depends on
Early game,
on who you play
Angela has
with.
it in the bag.
I really want
And
to
if you're doing it solo, solo's going to be rough regardless.
Daroth
Shh.
shreds armor. Paquito
Words
deals
for the
physical.
solo player.
Imagine the damage output that this duel can bring on towards not just Uranus, but the whole comp of RRQ. They need to be wary of this situation. There you go. A hero for Keyboy, a hero that can pick
Coming
off the
for you,
Beatrix.
Alice.
Insta deleted. But then again, I see Kufra perhaps for Keyboy. And I don't know. I think that it's not the
She
right
ran
move
right
as I'm
into my
asking.
tower. That was Christmas.
We'll have to see. I mean,
We're
just
looking
right
for a
now, it's gonna be a
roam.
Farsa ban. So the mid prio, are they just trying to hint that
They already have
Roam
a
is
they have the Farm
Tank,
in the mid
right?
lane? It could still be flexed out.
Roam
technically,
is
if they
tank or
really wanted
support.
to. This is why it's so scary drafting at the highest level. First pick in the second phase for RRQ. most likely going to be
Fredrin's still
a
up.
roller,
Nobody's
I feel,
picked
at
him
this
up. That's
point, right?
interesting. No
And
Fredrin
save-
pickup, which would actually
bit of
probably
the
be
best for
great on
last,
RRQ's side.
Franco is still open, right, Naomi? Yeah.
Yep.
There you go, Franco. The suppression comes through. A lot of engages, so perhaps that suppression, that bloody hunt, might just.
See, this is why I wanted to see the
Is it gonna
top
be enough,
teams
though?
because
Is
I
that
was
enough
kind of
crowd
concerned that
control
Fredrin wasn't going
to
to be
stave off
meta,
the kill pressure coming
and
from
if the
Onyx?
top teams aren't
That's the
using him,
question. And with Drian stepping in,
He's
to
not
the
banned,
roster
right?
for Onyx, he doesn't
Huh?
comment. Oh, no,
He's not
a comment,
banned,
it's a fun
right?
fact.
yeah, he's not
Last
banned at
time
all.
Drian
So I'm
played
trying
in
to
the
see
Royal
if
Derby was in
they're
leg
going to
2
pick him
of
up.
MPL ID Season 10, or exactly 308 days
He
ago.
actually works out
well
for both
done,
of these
production.
teams'
That's very, very
compositions right now.
specific. Where they lost, it was at 1.
Onyx 1-2.
Was Haya Sushi
won
Master
2-0.
skin free?
Oh,
I
Not
don't know.
the best statistic, the best fun fact for the RRQ fans, but for the side of Onyx, it's gonna be the Harith. So
Because
not
of the
a much
Sanrio
with
buff?
gold lane.
No.
Finally,
Angela's OP
yeah,
right.
profile.
Oh,
Signature pick for Keyboy. Dangerous.
okay. Angela right now with the basic emblem,
Franco
I
and
believe.
Angela mid roam. One thing for sure is that they lack wave clear in that mid area, which I feel like they can, or Onyx can exploit.
Even the
It's
marksman
gonna
right
be,
now.
is it going to be a jungle pick from RRQ?
It's
someone
Darn
Harith
who-
terrible
someone that
stinks.
can
Why?
maybe
Harith
help with the
has
team.
been doing
Could
good.
be
I think
something
he
like
uses
They don't
the.
even have a mark.
I'm not sure if that's
Yeah,
Did
they
we
didn't.
realize
Say,
Onyx
Harith is going to be
style,
marksman for
but
that
so far,
side.
He's played the box chess, so tanky heroes, I don't think it's out of the question for Fersic right now.
Yeah,
I feel like
apparently Harith Gold Lane is
the Alice
something
makes a lot of
great
sense
when it
here,
comes
right?
in the team
in with a
fights.
whole sustain plan as well. We'll have to see in 2 seconds. It's gonna be the Bane,
Bane!
instead. Trying to
Oh,
slow
not
down
an
the
RRQ
movement
not an
in the
RRQ
middle
though.
of those team
I
fights.
don't want to see
Yeah, what I
Bane
was about to
lose.
say, I don't think the Alice can fit. Personal opinion for RQ, because of how the kill pressure from that early game from Onyx has just unfolded to
Yeah, look at
be
these
with
dudes.
the
They go
dynamics
hard,
of the
man.
roster. I think it's a little too risky. So they go for something a little safer in the
And then the
Bane,
girls that were brought here by
making
their
it a little
boyfriends.
bit more equal against the Paquito jungle. But if we have to make a quick prediction,
Onyx.
Onyx, what about you, Rashi?
You already know
Being
it.
killed
You
by
don't even
Selena
need to
5
ask.
times in a
Not
row.
biased, like on the draft.
She's killed me
All the
5
Angela
freaking
memes.
times.
RQ's draft
Strawberry.
here?
I think that's potential. And if they execute
Dude, I
execute
can't believe
properly, I think
you
that's the key
brought
word
that
here.
shit up.
If they
We were
execute
talking
properly,
about it
don't
in,
get caught off guard by
in
rotations,
Yui's
by the
stream.
pickoffs. They
Me,
have
Yui, and
everything they
Panda,
need.
cousin
Long range
League of
smoke,
Legends, a
pickup
team
potential, wave
got
pressure, and also
they got
utility in the
reprimanded
middle of those team
because
fights.
they were
When it comes to
facing an
C-Max,
all-girl
these games usually go
squad,
in late and the Beatrix,
and
that's where
they
it actually
banned
shines.
all
With that
supports.
aggression coming in from Onyx and the
So they got the
combination
team got
coming in from
fined.
RRQ. Ladies and gentlemen,
Why would
welcome to the Royal
cause
Derby,
the issue
game
of being
number
fined?
1
Huh?
between both of these
Why would you get
iconic
fined for
teams.
that?
Because it
It's gonna
was
be Onyx
basically
and
them
RRQ
being
here. Who will strike
assholes
first
to
is
the girls,
question.
saying that the girls couldn't play anything
Smile
but
check,
support,
emblem
so
check,
they're going to ban
Rashi.
all
It seems
supports.
like 3 members from each team choose
Oh,
to use the
okay. I
pistol.
thought it
They
was
were
just
basically being
because.
dicks.
And one each use the purify.
Only see W with the Purify
When I
and
read that, I
Banana.
was laughing my
If
ass
you look
off.
at the emblems, a
They
lot
just
more
banned
diversity.
all the
Wow,
supports,
damage
like,
being
got
sought
'em.
after for the side of Onyx. Hang on.
Texas, yeah, I think that's what the term.
We'll have to wait. Hang on. I think we'll
Yeah,
wait and
this is
see.
the wrong
It
emblem.
looks different. This looks familiar though.
It looks
Might be from the
familiar, it
previous
truly
game.
does.
So we'll have to wait on that. But with that Brave Smite, with the Purify, Banana is going to be trying to be the most annoying, but you have to be careful. Other targets all vulnerable here. I think Keyboy has a lot to prove, a lot to do to ensure his team actually comes out on top here.
I want to know what's going to happen when the Bane doesn't rotate mid, right? Because the mid lane control is definitely in favor of Onyx. And here you go!
Oh, Naomi flickering out.
Oh, it's a Bane. Is that a Bane
Oh,
freaking
with the hook here, Keyboy.
jungle?
Forces the
Mid.
flicker early. Does not matter. Clay with the first blood. RRQ strikes first.
Oh, hold on.
in
Let me
this
see
game.
his fucking
Gotta
emblems.
respect that Franco Iron Hook threat, man.
Oh,
Don't
I'm
walk
so
too
sad.
close
This is the
to
first
No.
time we're going to see a
lot
Bane
to
jungle,
Onyx, hang
and he's on RRQ side.
We'll have to wait. Hang on. I think we'll
Yeah,
wait
this
and
is
see.
a
Maybe
wrong
they've been
emblem.
watching you.
This looks familiar though.
It looks familiar, it truly does.
So we'll
Oh,
have
they
to
had the
prove-
wrong emblem show up, so that's not
Clay
even
with the first
helpful.
blood.
They
RRQ
showed the wrong
strike
emblems.
first in
Oh,
this
God
game.
damn it, that's not
Gotta
helpful.
respect that Franco
'Cause he's got
Iron Hook
quantum,
threat, man. Don't walk too
quantum-
close to the turret, especially this early on in the game. With that bit
Charge?
of
That's what
advantage
that
right
is.
there, It's not a big deal just yet, but look at CW trying to make an aggressive play.
Sharon Force already. Now, Naomi came just in time to be that big brother presence. No, top side, take a look. Means
Linux
that
with support emblem?
Draco
Yeah, that
on
makes
side,
sense.
It adds more pressure towards RRQ. Perhaps they do not want to contest the turtle.
I am so glad you're not watching this game because it is horrible.
It's going to be a free turtle for Onyx, and in the bottom side, the hard guard is being used.
Very low. CW, what a catch by Keyboy. Good night, Skylar. Keyboy with the clutch,
You're playing Yuzan?
rage, and revenge.
Yes.
RRQ.
Yes, I am.
Well, Onyx equalized.
Yeah, they're trading back here and taking a look
I
at
don't
the
wanna-
challenge prediction.
I don't want to
It's
talk
gonna be
about it.
4
You don't want to
for
watch.
Onyx, 2 for RRQ. And you can hear the crowd just really chanting for Papo
Oh,
over
girl,
there.
your
It's a fun
emblems. What
fact
is
that he's
this
never voted
madness?
for Onyx before.
This would be the pro stuff for the new crap that they set up.
Don't all those pro emblems. I think a lot of them phoned it in. First of all, because they gave their guests before the emblems even came out. That's where those pro things came from.
No, there's not the top one, the ones that have actual numbers underneath them with matches.
Oh, okay.
Without cover.
Yeah, no, I'm not that
Kill
dumb.
pressure
The pro
once
setups
again,
are just
right?
decoys.
Onyx, they practically win
to keep you
all
at 50,
these
another
lanes.
tie to
they're
keep you
able
at
to make the
50%.
most out of it so far. 1,000
Yeah,
gold lead.
totally use the
What
marksman
is the
emblem on
lead
Yuzan.
looking like in terms of
Totally.
the items?
Is that what it is? Are you freaking kidding me?
No, I'm joking. I don't know, but they're
Oh.
garbage.
Starlium side gives you a bit of true damage, a bit of mana as well. It's a great item to have on top
Come on,
of the
Bane.
Pure Rage emblem. So
What is it,
CW is
2-1?
pretty independent in that lane, unless he makes a
Look
mistake.
at them, they're totally bogus. Yeah, they are. Especially the mage ones.
This is the
Oh
this
my
is the one I'm talking about. The
God.
armor shred
Look
and
at
the
that
physical
Angela!
attack. Bounce, well,
That was
this is the-
fucking sexy.
Has a Fury Hammer, but it won't really be enough just yet.
this is the duo. This is the one I'm talking about. The armor shred
Dude,
and the
that was
physical
hot.
attack. Bounce, well, luckily for Uranus, the hard guard was
Play
there,
the
but
lifesaver, and then
Angela,
Uranus back at
he
half
was
health. Holy crap.
shredded there top side on it with an 1,500
Seriously, she
gold
hits
now
me in the
looking
base.
for The turtle tech. Let's see here. RQ, will they be able to contest this time?
And look what they did. They used up the hard guard before the turtle fight, so it won't be available in the next few seconds. Keep your eyes on Keyboy. He might be looking for something right now.
See here, it seems like Naomi still looking for an opening. Versick not in position, not in prime position, but Keyboy is in prime position to catch Versick. Again, if Versick gets taken out twice already in this game, and it seems like they still want more here. Keyboy zoning Skylar out on his turret.
I really want to know what this
will
Bane's emblem
find
setup
extra gold
is.
this time, 4-man rotating.
Oh.
With the cancel.
What was
Nice.
that?
3 on now, trying to pull Skylar out. Forced to use him, use the flicker. Skylar and the Bruce Fashion doesn't really connect. Again, Onyx winning the trade.
They're still going for it here. Gani, they're diving!
Flicker pull, Skylar. Naomi gets taken out. Skylar will be next on the chopping block as well as Clay will be out with the
Doesn't even
flicker.
have Hunter Strike
But there
yet.
you go, 2 members
To
taken
open in
out.
5 minutes and he's
Plus
0-2.
the turret.
3,300 gold lead in the first 5
Was the
minutes.
best gameplay
Full
that I've done
objective
this
control,
entire game.
Full map control here for the side of Onyx. And they are putting RQ in a tough position. But Boots is going to get caught here for sure, right?
What?
Like
What?
red.
Close almost with the outplay there. 3 versus 1 was a little bit too much there, perhaps for Diroth to sustain.
You need to learn to when the fight's over for you.
A statement right here, man. Oof.
When you're sitting
trying
at
to
10%, when you're sitting at 10%, you just gotta throw up the deuces. Sorry, team.
I was trying to get them away from the base. They were pushing base.
Come out on top in the middle of these fights. For Onyx, though, they are fully focused on tearing apart.
I send them my
the whole
gameplay.
map
Hey man,
before it reaches
notice you were
that
having a
part.
little problem with Bane
God.
jungle. So decided to show you some of my gameplay. Thought it might help you out.
I mean, they were trying to get a pick on it to CW, but CW was still able to purify out of it. it's very difficult for Naomi.
He's at level 9 right now. What's their jungle at? 10. It's not terrible. Oh, Kari's 0-3 right now, so that's not bad.
How Onyx are playing this.
Well, 0-3. I guess that's different.
They're pushing once again, looking for more objectives.
5-2 right now.
Let's
Poor
say
RRQ. Poor Bane jungle.
Is the damage going to be enough?
You don't deserve this.
Heroes on the side of Onyx aren't that tanky. We'll have to see right now, though. That's a big engage.
Suppression connects. Cold
Oh
Alter
my
saved it.
God.
Flickers out like
Oh
Keyboy. Finds
my
one. First hit with the help of
God.
Guard now trying to disengage with the deadly catch. To clear the backside now. Kyrie with the Keto. Already with the presence, killing
Oh my God,
pressure.
you're done. You're done, son.
Where are you
Zigzag.
going?
Zigzag.
There you go, the armor strike killing spree for Grion. Only Firsic falls, but that is more than enough for Onyx to again regain map control.
We were questioning the synergy coming
The
in from
US
Onyx,
top
but
10
look at
Bane.
Trion, 3-0-2.
I'm actually
He's
top 3. I
always
think I
there
made.
at the perfect
I
time
skirted
with
in the
cult
top
ult
3.
to save his teammates, and it looks like
yesterday.
Naomi's kill pressure is just a little too underwhelming compared to the Called Alter.
Well, right now, if he gets an Iron Hook onto someone, who's supposed to follow up and finish off the job? Skylar is really behind.
So after
Doesn't mean too hot
two
either.
damage
Both of
items,
them
you
are
should
the
start
main tools
focusing
they want to use for that
on
burst damage. So until a
defense.
bit later, when items are actually on the table, there's not much RRQ can do, and they are stuck
Pick to
just
build.
trying to hold out.
Yeah.
And the minute we've actually
The
get
middle build is the build that I started with. Is my build. I created that build for him.
Turrets, but look at this play
Oh,
of
you
Onyx,
can't
man.
see it.
Yeah, I was going to say,
Jesus.
okay, I'll just
Everyone
take your word for
else
that.
pressuring in the front. Whoa, hang on.
With the pull in cancel.
I assume because you see this that you see that I'm playing that you can see what I'm doing on my screen. Wrong screen play.
5,000 gold lead, ladies and gentlemen. Onyx, they are looking on form even without Suns. Keyboy is so scary on the Kufra.
I took a screenshot. I will share it with you later.
Alt combo. It gets you out of
So
nowhere.
you don't
and
want to
really
you don't
RRQ,
want to
they're
be the front
banking
line
on the
for your
damage
team.
coming in from
You want to
Skylar.
be the
If he
person
gets
that
taken out, then it's GG.
once they engage,
Onyx is gonna get
like you're
the
clearing your
Lord
lane,
set up
clearing your lane.
advantage
Once
right
they
here, but
engage,
RRQ,
you
hang
go
on.
into
And this is
dragon
gonna go all
form, and
in.
you're
Hang
fucking
on.
swinging
Are you
around.
gonna try
You're
and just go
looking
for the turrets,
for
go
the
for the
marksman
base
or
turret?
the
There's
mage.
protection.
And
They cannot
once
do that
you're swinging
easily.
around and you find them, then you're gonna want to land and just fucking
Yeah,
eat them.
the inner turret
And then you're gonna, because you have Hunter
It's just
Strike,
a reload here,
after you eat them, you're just gonna
Well, in a
fucking
way,
skirt the
one
fuck
of
out of
the
there because you don't really
conditions
have
is to let
great
go of
survivability.
objectives
You
that
can go
they
in
know
there,
they
you can
cannot
surprise
suppress.
them, and they
Seeing as
won't.
they're
With all the
5,000
healing you
gold
do, with all the
behind, that might
combos,
just be
you'll
the
be able
better
to like
play.
survive for
Showing
like a
again
few
that RRQ is
seconds, but
still
then you have to run
adjusting
out
and
while the rest of
adapting.
your team should try to come in and help. Should.
Man, with the Lord here pushed top side. I don't think 5,000 gold.
These poor
lead. What do you
bastards.
think here? Can they defend?
It's the first
tough.
Lord.
Damn, they're
Yeah,
getting
it is
fucking
the first word.
mollywopped.
They should be able to clear it, but it's tough, man. Look at the damage dealt. Skylar very underwhelming there on the board.
Barracks is the
Versic
next.
has
He's
done
the
actually
fourth
a
top
bit more
damage,
in
and
terms
all
of
the
that
other three are
damage.
fucking Onyx.
With Drion being the #1 on the leaderboard, you don't feel it, but the damage coming from Faramis is subtle, but it hurts.
Especially in the midst of a chaotic
Damn,
teamfight,
Faramis.
those bounces will start adding up. For now, though, ooh, Naomi with a bit of a good read there. Unfortunately, the Iron Hook wasn't long enough. Keep your eyes on Drian, though, not for the damage, but to make the play with a Cult Alter, a 5-man dive that is essentially immortal with a second life. That is scary, and there's not enough crowd control inside of our
That
team
was
to
the
try
end
and
of my
stop
life.
that.
Keep your eye on Keyboy as well. He has Flicker and also the Rage. Let's see. He's charging up. No, he will not commit to this time. Deadly Catch has been popped though, and the turret here, top side, will not fall just yet, I believe, yeah? RRQ, they managed to clear that wave, so a very, very good defense shown by RRQ.
I mean, technically, they do still have high ground, right? They have the deadly catch from Bane. They also have the ultimates coming in. But 3 waves are crashing once again. I'm wondering if Onyx want to go and commit for this.
Let's see. Shaman Force.
Back up, Bane. Why are you so close to the tower? Bye.
Will not be
And that's
able
what the
to
fuck you
survive.
get.
And take a look at Boots now with the
Bro.
gear off. Looking for an opening, but Flicker, Bloody
I
Hunt
just
that's supposed to be-
cancelled. What a read by
In
Keyboy.
game,
Onyx,
in the Discord
8,000
chat.
goal lead. No base
For
turrets
where
taken
the
down though.
thingy
So
is.
overall, RRQ, they managed
The whole
to
point of
defend
playing
their
Bane
base.
is you should be able to
Almost
keep
like
your
the best
range.
case scenario for RRQ. The fact that they only lost 1 member and didn't lose any base turrets, that's really good. But losing their jungler, though, that's a bit of a tough situation.
The ranked chat,
Now
I
Onyx
sent
backs
4
away
different
and
pictures.
RRQ. In
One of
mid,
those
they kinda
pictures is my
try
original
and
build
find
for
some
him.
control, some gold in the jungle.
3.9.
Onyx
I don't know.
already on the way back, but look at the damage. That can add up the longer the game goes, but let's take a look at the instant replay by the Samsung Galaxy S-Series. Everyone engages onto Banana, but afterwards, it's Fairsick. Clay almost sees it with a hard guard, but it won't be enough. And Naomi, he really tried to make this play work. There's a good chance to try and use the turrets to try and secure this kill, but Onyx, they're just too on point. They understand what RRQ is trying to go for and deny it completely.
Keyboy is terrifying, man.
Reminds
Keyboy
you-
is
reminds you of
terrifying.
someone?
It reminds me of Tranquilor, now gone, right? Insane.
Does anybody else get
The way
these
that
match
he's able
fairness
to
games when
predict
you
that
lose a game?
movement, cancel it out.
What do you mean match
That kind
fairness?
of renders the capabilities
I
of
just
his
lost
rifle
the
kind of
game.
useless,
Straight up
especially with the
lost,
fast
and it
cooldown of skill
came up
1
with
from
match
the
fairness
Kupa.
window before I can even leave, and it
Onyx
says,
now just
how
going for
satisfied
the
with
next
you with the
lord,
match
just
ranking of this
like
match?
that.
Oh.
Approaching a
I've seen
10k
that
gold
before.
lead. RRQ, there's nothing they
I've
can do.
never, I
but
just saw it
give up enough
recently,
of these
and I'm like,
lords.
this
what
is like the
Lord
4th time
designed
I've
to
gotten
do,
one,
crack open
and
your
it's always
base.
when I
They
lose.
cannot just keep hanging back here and hope that the game will swing in their favor. It doesn't work that way.
I feel
So,
that the
I
fairness
think
was
soon
definitely
enough,
not fair.
There's going to be a desperate
and
play being
that
made
you guys should
before
probably
Onyx just calmly and calm and collectively just ends
Oh,
the
I've
game.
already given them a
Man,
very
12 minutes
lengthy
in, almost
version
10,000
of
gold
one of
lead. It
those.
was 10,000 gold
When
lead
they set me up
earlier.
with, I was the
They're
only
actually-
person who had more
I
than
see you
1,000
sweating,
matches
my
for
guy. I
one
see you
character, and everybody
sweating.
had less than
Must be the
500.
passion in the room,
I
man.
was
I mean, there's a lot of
livid
action here. Everyone's so
to
passionate,
lose
right?
a 8-minute
Definitely not
game.
worried
I
about the
lost
game
in 8
at
minutes in
all.
rank. I was
Let's
pissed.
take a look at how Onyx is going to play this. The purple buff is spawning for RRQ, but they won't be in any condition to contest that. Kyrie goes for their orange as well. This might be the beginning of the final sequence.
It's not looking good
If you're
at
looking to
all.
improve your
10,000
XP lane,
gold
I would watch
behind.
Chicken.
Onyx pushing all 3 lanes.
Who is chicken?
The Lord marching
Wide
down to
chicken?
the bottom lane. It's all
Who?
gonna count if
Wide
Naomi
chicken.
can look for a pick. They have to
Wide
be careful of Keyboard's
chicken.
concealed
Can
play.
you-
Wide. It's like fried, but said like a
No commitments just
kid.
yet, though.
Fried with a W.
Ronaldo caught there with
Could you put that in the
turret
chat
damage.
so I
It
can
seems
copy
like
it?
the mid-base turret will be defended by RRQ still. But there you go. Again, they're okay, Dreon. Okay. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa, whoa, oh. Onyx, 10,000 gold lead still.
He's pretty
We
much
can
the
see
top
Skylar still has
XP
some
laner in North
semblance of
America.
damage right here, so Onyx, they can't be too careless. But if they go on the right target at the right time, it's still gonna be quite the easy win in my opinion.
Poor Bane.
Now Onyx, full HP, yet again are gonna try and take out the turret. Look at it, engage though!
Keyboy finding 2, and this is
Keyboy,
it.
bro.
3 members defending, not gonna be enough as Banana falls as well. Onyx still strong with 5 as Naomi flickers out of the way. And take a look at the minions. It's here for Onyx to strike first, and this is Onyx winning game 1.
The MSC champions, ladies and gentlemen, being able to lead this Royal Derby. And they just really melted as one. They coalesced as one in terms.
Every single
Fried Chicken
moment,
has
they were
a
able
has
to
a
take
build
those
and
two
pro
lords
setups too.
without any contest at all.
Which
through
character?
the proper
Or
game
Yuzong.
plan, and of
That
Really?
was so loud.
Where are the
Heroes? No,
builds, bro?
no backup. Preparation.
Oh, for RQ.
Click on Yuzong. Pro
Is just
setups.
next level, man.
Oh.
BTK
Goes
dot
for the
fried
Concussive
chicken.
Blast, right, for more wave
Fried.
control, which is
Okay.
something that's so important. I think most teams really need to try and prioritize that a bit
I
more.
literally used the one
Went for
underneath
vitality for more
his.
HP,
His-
and with more HP, what does he want?
We just had the discussion
More
of where we shouldn't be using them.
defenses when he's low on HP, so that's where the tenacity comes in. It's just
I
a
mean,
great setup and of the game plan, but his team
One of the
also
bottom.
really
I've never
knows how to
seen
back him up.
I mean, in this game, Keyboy
Not bad, though. The one that
displayed a
you're using
perfect
doesn't sound
how
bad. I don't like that.
Initiates, he covers as well, and it's GG. Opening
I don't like
map,
the
opening
amount
vision.
of attack
Again,
he has on
excellent.
his.
I think one of the things that really stood
As
out to me
Yuzong,
was the fact that he uses
like I
conceal
said,
as a
you're
bait
not
to
supposed to be
work
doing
with.
a
So he
ton of
uses conceal
damage. You do
first
just
to bait
enough
out resources.
to
We
kill
saw
a
it in
squishy
one of their
marksman or a
sieges.
squishy mage, and
The
then
bait
fucking
was
beat
going to
feet
use the
out of
deadly
there.
catch
That's
out
what the point
fear
of Yuzong is. He's
Keyboy.
not supposed to
And
be a
then
frontliner,
he
a
went
tank,
in
or somebody who
with the
can
entire
who can
Infinity
trade
Red
with
combo.
people.
It's
He's the person that you can't stop his dragon, and you have to watch as he's able to kill one, and then hope that you're going to be able to get him before he gets out.
You must have missed Selena stopping me in midair in dragon form. She
In
stopped
dragon form,
me.
that's impossible. There's no way, unless she killed you while you were in dragon form, which means you waited a little too long to go into dragon form. All right, here's the.
So I was told differently when I first
11-2, and there's
started playing with Yu Zhang. I was told something different.
If you look at Onyx though, that's a lot of damage coming in from the hands of Drian. He went for the glowing one as well, understanding that there's two members on the side of RRQ.
What's that?
Don't
What's
you
different?
feel
There's that big shield coming from Hardguard as well. So
So I was informed that Yu Zhang is to build tanky items. He is to go in there, knock up the enemies in the team fight, and then do all the damage there and tank all the damage. So you were correct in having the 2 attack items and the rest of him is tank, is because he's supposed to sit there and tank damage so that the mage can get positioning, the marksman can get positioning, and then the jungler can get in there too. No, I am not ranking right now, sir.
Answer the question. If it actually counters the Uranus,
His job is to dive the back line. He is not supposed to tank everything because he can't. He's you can dive because if everybody's playing perfectly, you have the tanks up in the front, and then while your team is getting shot up by the mages and the marksmen in the background, and they need somebody to get to that background and to be able to either zone them out or kill them. And if you do either of those, then you've succeeded in your job, and then you got to beat the fuck out of there, because then you're, especially in solo queue, what's going to end up happening is you dive on the back line, you either get a kill or you zone out that back line, and then the front line is going to turn on you and try to CC you down, and then you have to hope that your team is going to follow and push with them to help facilitate your escape while getting kills on the enemy.
Is to scatter the whole formation of Onyx during a fight with the deadly catch. But I don't think it's
because you're not going to be able to trade with a Dairoth. You're not going to be able to trade with a Fredrin or things like that, and you're going to be hard pressed to catch an assassin too, like a Hayabusa or a Saber who's going to be able to dash away from you. You want that fucking Aurora, that Eudora, that freaking Ixia who can't freaking move away from you.
Theoretically, it should work, right? You're going against
She kicked my butt too.
Who's that?
Ixia.
That's because you didn't charge. You weren't able to charge at her at like a full health dragon.
I tried. I died.
Zero defense.
Is that?
But she also had teams. Are you talking about this Bane build that you're looking at?
Yeah, I'm trying to see what the hell why he did that. Because maybe it might be OP. Maybe I don't know.
I was gonna say, don't you use mage for him?
For Bane? No, hell no.
Why not? I thought that was what he does because he does magic damage.
Only, all right, so I don't know why people keep saying this or where this came from, but he has one ability that scales a little bit off of magic damage. Let me see if I can show you.
So I'm not the only person who's heard this rumor.
I don't know. I don't know if my stream. I don't know if Strawberry's even there anymore. What am I looking? Like, he's got one ability. Oh, he's got two. Oh, well, I guess all of his, but most of his abilities scale off of. Here's the thing, and why people say that. His first ability, it does. You see at the top, mostly physical attack, and then physical attack, and then enemies hit are slowed depending on how much magic you have. That's the first ability. That's where magic comes into play. On the other one, his chug, when he drinks his little beer or whatever, the damage and the health you get back are based on magic. Then here,
Oh, so they must be thinking of a healing thing.
well, he's kind of dual, but I don't like magic because it only affects how much healing you do and damage for this ability, this one ability, and then you have it for your ult as well. It scales a little bit off of that, but like I'm not using my ults to the way I play Bane. His passive, which is basically an attack, an enhanced attack you do after every single ability, is based off. There's just more in Too Long Didn't Read version. There's just more that physical does than magic does, and while magic can have an effect. When it comes to basic gameplay, magic takes time because you need items. And he's not going to be having an effect. He's not going to actually be able to, you come online faster using physical than you do with magic.
Expensive items. That's just
really
crazy, man.
As to what.
It is just crazy, right? I mean,
Your voice is cut off.
Sorry.
Emblem
Oh,
terbaru
shit, what
dari
did I do?
Project NACT. Dan buat
Aggressive play.
so far, and it's only. They have character.
They have character.
They dealt with it last time was using that Boxia, but I'm not sure if that is something they want to try against a team like Onyx. It gives them the mobility. It gives them that roaming squad, the Kadira, Boxia, and Pakiro combo, right? But it's risky.
It is definitely risky, right? I mean, second phase here. RQ with their composition, they perhaps want to eliminate heroes that can definitely enter
Is
the
everybody and their
backline
mother
as
streaming
well.
while I'm
So I'm
doing
looking at
something?
What do you mean?
There was
Okay, there
nobody
you go.
online
Makes
yesterday
sense,
for
right?
streaming, and
Lancelot
now
can
everybody's
find
going live.
angles towards backside, so they will try to eliminate that.
I stayed up all day yesterday and nobody went live.
Hayabusa man might come through here for the side of RQ.
Yeah, I think that's really wise. Here from the side of Onyx,
Did I
once
just
again,
hear,
they're going to start respecting
Ado?
Naomi,
So he went with crit
taking
attack?
away the Franco, realizing that the Kadita can be played by Clay, it still can be flexed. So
Who went
Hayabusa
critical?
banned out.
The Bane from
They just
last
have a lot
game.
of options though, right? Martis is an option.
Well, Hayabusa isn't banned out just yet, though. It's still a possibility.
So what would they ban out here? Yuzong? Oh, but they already have a Uranus. Who can dive into the back line? Kufra? Do they want to respect Kufra here?
I mean, it was one of the big signature picks that actually made Game 1 so difficult for them. And they have Kakira, they have a Pakito as well. A Kufra could be a problem, but that might be a bit too expensive of a ban. They go for the Cho instead, hinting that they are going to go for a bit of an assassin, perhaps.
Yeah, still again respecting Keyboy. Cho,
Yeah.
Kufra, either one.
Now with the Uranus, he can serve as the main bush.
Is
Picked up by first signal.
what's his name? What's his name?
But if you
Mythtar.
look at the
Is he
position-
meta right now?
Argue can just flex
He
the
can
Pakito
be.
into the
You can do
jungle.
all right. It's not
Sure,
like he's not
sure.
top of the, like I haven't seen him in MPL, but he's
Maybe it can be a nuisance for the side of Onyx.
No,
in
he
that
had a really
early
good
game, but
update
late
recently.
game, my money's towards the side of
How did I
Pick Rome
get
first,
that one
pick
game
Rome
not
first.
put me over the
Yeah,
edge?
pick jungle
Okay.
first.
some people have problems dealing with
Black.
Sitar.
Hello.
Okay, that's why they banned the Natalia. I think once I sent some
Granger.
marksman here. I thought of Granger, but I prefer the YSS.
I do like my
It seems like the
Granger.
Granger, it is very vulnerable though. I don't know. Two marksmen in Onyx hands though.
That's what we were talking about, though. There is two tanky members now that can check
Is
the
that
bushes. So
Onyx? Okay,
overall, it's
so-
still quite balanced for the side of RRQ this time.
I swear I played last season. I played with a pro Granger. I swear to God, they were like literally we were freaking out, and he like coached us through the entire game, and we won.
Some AoE card control
And then he
would be
didn't
massive
die.
to try and deal with this team, because otherwise Minotaur is going to be stomping around. It's the Kufra, the hands of Naomi. We'll see if it fares as well as Keyboys.
Yeah, we'll definitely see here. The shoe is on the other foot in the drafting phase. How exciting! Finally finally we see a Granger in the jungle when previously the first person to use it after the patch was actually first pick at SPS. I'm actually wondering if this is going to work out or not.
So when did this game stream?
More, range, right?
From 3 a.m. to
today?
Risky. That's why I'm leaning more towards the
like it probably just ended
but then again,
an hour before I streamed it.
Prove me wrong.
Well,
I'm kind of sad because I definitely could have watched it because I did nothing at work last night.
Well, it's always at 3 a.m.
Easily, but as Mega was telling us yesterday, there's a
That's central, right?
There's a very
yeah.
good chance that the Granger will be able to clear.
We're in the same time zone. I moved from the East Coast.
Yeah, people say
Wait,
that
where
Granger
are you
is one of
now?
the fastest
Aren't you in Florida?
clearing junglers. And with that in
No, I'm
mind,
in
ladies
Minnesota.
and gentlemen, let's
You're in
welcome
Minnesota?
you to
That's
the
actually
land of dawn for game number 2.
I'm near the
of
Mall of
Royal
America.
Derby. RRQ versus Onyx, with Onyx leading 1-0.
Well, all begins here
Born-
in the jungle.
I was
Let's take a
born
look
in
at the
Florida.
clear speed difference. Kyrie already doing so much, but look at Banana. Wait a minute, what?
Oh my
There
god!
you go.
I don't know if I can get the
This
kill
is
again.
why
Did they just?
template rotation is to
Q versus Onyx, with Onyx leading 1-0.
Did they do the same move again?
All begins here
This is
in
a
the
different
jungle.
team.
Let's take a
I
look
was
at
thinking the same
clear
thing.
speed difference. Kyrie already doing so much, but look at Banana. Wait a minute, what?
punished.
Wow.
There you go. This is why Paquito template rotation is to cut in that bot
They
side
did
area and
double
Druid
mage? Is that what they
is
did?
there to harass
No.
them. There you go.
No, it's not double
Flicker
mage.
wasted,
It's just that
he
they
gets
read
taken out. Now Kibo
because
uses his
Paquito,
flicker to escape.
a normal
Setting up
Paquito
those
start
aggression
is to
at
cut
low
lane.
HP.
They were
Yeah,
already
there you
waiting
go, the
and
heal
prepared
and
for it. They had the
second
mage,
skill
the mid
comes
lane,
into clutch for
waiting
Kibo.
with the XP
It's gonna be
laner
a
down there.
Melissa with an Inspire as well, so that's a lot of damage.
So cut lane
This
means to
late
jump
goes
behind the
into
turret to
that
get the
late game.
minions?
Yeah.
He has a bit more attachment
Okay.
from the emblems as well, but look at that, already so much action going on.
And then what that usually facilitates is
now.
it means that if
HP
I'm an
is-
XP
Oh,
laner,
Flicker, but the Death Sonata, Flicker with the juke
if I'm an
as
XP laner and
well.
I just cut the
Tyler with
enemy's
the
lane,
style points
that
there.
frees me up to go ahead and help my
Trying
team
to re-engage,
while the
catching
enemy
one.
XP laner has to deal
This
with
is
that.
the problem when you're on the Granger. It's so vulnerable, but then again, RRQ, very, very fast re-engage.
A lot of brawls happening left, right,
Plains
and
Melissa,
center
right?
in a game.
I'm
of
sorry?
Melissa's the
two.
marksman.
But that's
Melissa's
the
their
last
marksman?
Melissa
Granger.
versus,
Granger,
Beatrix.
Great fast clear, but super vulnerable and completely
Doesn't
vulnerable.
Melissa
With
have
how
the
fast
advantage
this
over
person
that?
can rotate on the Boxia.
Over
From,
Beatrix?
the talents
I'm
prediction,
honestly
Yeah.
unsure. She
it's
just
gonna
took
be
a whole
split
round of
3v3.
nerfs this
Let's see
this
who comes out on
patch.
top.
Hey, Eternal, welcome
Melissa?
to the club.
Yeah, and I'm hesitant to put anybody over a
Hey,
Beatrix
I'm
just
kidding.
because of
I like
all the different
RQ's
weapons she
grapple. I
has
think
to
it's
start the early
safer.
game.
So we'll see
Be able
how
to
this
clear
pans
stuff.
out. As
Right now, looks
once
like
again, both of these teams are going to be centering around the next
I don't
neutral
know who's winning
objective
that.
here. The turtle take first and already opening up the map. The boots as well. But with the position coming in from Clay, Kyrie needs to be very careful.
Eric's got it.
Comfortably secure that first turtle. No re-engages more, seems like, with Banana. Deals quite heavy damage there on towards Boots. But it seems like Boots is still comfortable here with that regeneration. Now Naomi charging on towards CW. Keyboy is there to hover around and give heal towards CW.
Well, on the side of RRQ, this is going to be a different Paquito than what we're used to. No quantum charge, no sprint. It's going to be the Brave Smite as well as a Flicker. So, I'm not sure. It might
Now
be
they're
a
both
more
cutting
of a
lanes.
trading Paquito, trying to go for lane dominance. Right now, it seems like RRQ are the ones having a bit of a window. Can they steal the purple buff away, though? It's going to be Fairsick making moves.
Well, seems like Kyrie will give up his purple buff. First stick now with Shield Unity will not connect just yet.
Yeah, very, very aggressive here. RQ, they're trying to do the same thing that Onyx did to them in game number 1. Naomi looking for an opening, but just the presence of Kibo, you can see, kind of deters his movements. He's scared if he goes for an engage, there could be a re-engage or a counter-engage with a Manon Fury. It's a little too risky for them to take, but Kyrie...
Damn.
Yep, this is it. That's Sonata onto
Poor
a
Ranger.
damage from Banana flickering inside. Kyrie gets taken out. And take a look at this RQ trying to pull the trigger against outside. Does not connect just yet, though.
And this is why
now
marksmen
Kyrie
aren't really
0
meta
to
right now
1.
back in the jungle.
A rare stat you see on Kyrie's
If you're gonna do a marksman in the jungle, you have to have a babysitter with them.
Also allows him to finally secure that.
I play Popo in the jungle as my marksman.
Might be the next victim here.
Yeah, the Minion Curry there combined gets taken out.
He is my. I can play Popo and Koopa in any lane.
So annoying already.
Jungle, mid,
gold,
gold, experience.
3v2 in this position.
Is there any way to counter Paquito?
He needs that farm.
What do you mean?
Yeah, he's already a level below.
Is there any way to
Versus
counter him?
right now.
To like stop
And I
him
don't
from
think
doing
he's
his
gonna
crap?
game the contest.
Ajin.
That's exactly what they're trying to go for. Though. I think
That's all I ever do. I run
Okay,
circles
oh,
around
no,
him
Drian.
if I can.
There you go. A kill.
Try to force him
Pick
to
off
use
by
his
Clay.
champ stance and stuff
to
miss.
Open things up in the turtle area here again. Oh, take a look.
You see here, Uranus isn't having really a big problem with him. When Uranus has full stacks, there's not going to be enough damage that Paquito.
Melissa is the only saving grace here. Onyx needs to bank on CW.
Yeah.
This is a trend we've been seeing a lot more these days. One side going for the turtle.
Well, because I don't think a lot of people were around or at least understood the meta when marksman meta was when marksman jungle was the meta. It was because, and it really wasn't even the meta. That was I think Assassin actually took over. The only reason it actually did well was because BTK ran it very successfully, and that's because the entire team of BTK, when it was like a Granger, when it was like a Yusun Shin, the entire BTK team basically fed Zane, and they rotated with Zane, and they covered him while he was doing his jungle. It was basically the entire team's sole reason for existing was protect Zane, feed Zane, let Zane get the kills. Oh, damn. Nice.
But there you go, Druyan with the Kadita pick now. First
Did he get it?
What is the term for that? What is the term for that, where the entire team just feeds one person? There's a word.
Funnel, 131 funnel, something like that.
As Kyrie picks up his other strike now, but
they're all
I've heard of
gold to him. If the jungle comes to your lane, he's gonna take your lane and then fuck off.
Picks up the kill. Meanwhile, on the mid side, Keyboy will not be able to survive that one as it was a 3v1.
Esme and Phobius are good against Paquito.
Now gets the turret. Kyrie will be able to disengage. CW now jumps in. Will they commit to the CW?
I wanted to learn Esmeralda at one point, but I don't know which order to cast on for skills, so I gave up on it because everything I tried seemed to fail.
Which order to cast her skills on? What do you mean? You play her basically
So,
as Uranus.
So I know that you're supposed to use one of your skills. You're supposed to take the shield, give the enemy a shield, and then you're gonna steal it from him, and then make it your own little health
bar. You don't do anything to do that. All your auto attacks and your second ability do that for you. Your second ability, which is the little swipe, the little where you like.
All they need to do is
my little sleeves hit each other. My little balls hit them on her sleeves.
Jesus! Oh my God, I want to see that again.
Let's see, Skylar, will he get the triple? Drian will have
Foxia. Gotta be a bit careful. He gave his life.
Went too far. Oh no.
But the Granger eventually will outscale you, so you gotta be a bit more careful giving him any kind of resource.
All they need to do is it's a late game, and Keyboy though, a little too overextended, gets taken out. That's not a airborne catches two, and Skylar with the double. Let's see, Skylar, will he get the triple? Grian will have more than enough resources to kill Banana. He's not in a prime position to find the flank, but there you go. RRQ, they are back in the second game.
What a knock-up by Clay once again. Dead end from Bogor. Being able to catch three, actually take three down. And RRQ, they were able to pick up the team fight from there.
Of course, Skylar with the lightning quick follow-up as well. Just demolished the whole backline. Onyx gotta be careful, man. You kind of overextend like that against a team like RRQ. You never know when the next blow is coming. Let's take a look at a bit of the emblems here, though, especially for Kyrie. It's the Quantum Charge, giving you a bit more movement speed when you hit for about 1.5 seconds and regenerates 75 to 180 HP per level. So it gives you sustain, it gives you more movement speed, and on a hero like Granger that needs to maintain positioning, that movement speed is definitely a big plus. Boots though.
Yeah, Boots caught here.
Oh no.
Nowhere to go. Skylar and Naomi picks
That
up
man's
the
name is
kill
Butts.
and
I don't care
assist.
what you say.
Let's see now. 5,000 goldie almost for Sick with the Shield Unity. Will not commit on towards anyone just yet. He wants to get the purple buff only. And here's the thing though, right? Onyx, they're behind. What they need to do is, hold their ground. They have 2 marksmen, which deal massive damage if, let's say, minute 14, minute 17. And there you go. Keyboard, just be careful here. All caught. And there you go, the mega kill from Skylar. But Naomi will be taken down as well. So there's the trade as Boots will fall as well. As the
Does that say
pressure
8
fight
minutes or does that say
Onyx
1
now
minute?
moving
What are you talking about?
slowly but surely. But
The
there you
top
go, it's a
timer.
2-for-1
That's
still.
at 9 minutes now.
RRQ is ahead, but right now, they're not really doing it as cleanly as Onyx does.
BTK Leo, what's up?
Still, RRQ still holding the
Let's go,
tempo.
Onyx.
Banana,
They're
no.
getting fucking
Oh, the
bamboozled
flank.
right now.
The Paquito flank. Skylar picks up the kill, and this
Won their game, didn't
is
they?
looking bleak for Onyx.
How do you
They won
slow
the first
down
one,
the
right?
tempo when
No,
RRQ
Onyx won the.
forces
Oh
it
yeah,
on,
Onyx won
right?
the
They have
first
so
one,
much
and they're
pads.
losing this one right
First
now.
it can go in, but
So this one will go to 3.
And Naomi can also
If they
go in.
lose.
His picks
If they
have
lose,
been
yeah.
really amazing as well. Very
That's such a
important
good
to the
strategy
pickoff
here.
from
Banana
RRQ.
goes in with the
this is what I'm talking
Paquito,
about, right?
and
This
where he
time Onyx
pushes them with the champ
very,
stance,
very
nice.
minimal
that's where the
crowd
Kadita
control,
throws
right?
and pops them
Only
up. And when
banking on
pops them up, then the rest of the team just
Furry, and you can see
poops
here
on them.
how Onyx is struggling to find the right opening. Meanwhile, RQ, a
Pick
lot
their
of
initiator and
crowd control in their kit.
Well, right now, they're up for sure, but for RRQ,
Until it
what
was one
can
of the
they do with
one-shot
this? How can they
mages,
break
either
their base
Aurora
afterwards?
or
Are they gonna
Kadita
maintain this
or
kind of pressure
who's the
until
other
the
one?
Lord spawns? Or are they going to try and end it
There's
before
another
that? Because
one.
for Onyx, I think they're just content
Top
if the
mages.
game goes longer and longer.
Big
Like
burst
Ronnie
ones
mentioned,
right now.
2 marksmen, a lot of
The
sustain.
best one right
with
now
more
is
items the
Kadita.
longer the
You're
game
talking
goes.
about like a
There's nothing
Eudora,
wrong with how they're doing
Aurora,
it.
those
And the
guys.
Valentina
Those ones
as
lack
well. They'll be
mobility
doing a
that
lot of
Kadita
damage
has, which is
the
why
longer
she
the game
shines.
goes.
She
For
outshines
RRQ,
them.
they might be going for a bit of a dive here just to ensure that the game won't get drawn out.
I know
That is where Onyx
you needed to
might
build
get a
mage
chance to go
for
an
Bane is
upgrade.
because if you look in
Counter-engage with
mages,
the
Bane
no
is the
one
4th
really
hero if you own them all.
See here, the Lord
He is right between Adora and Nana.
will be able to open up things here, it seems like.
Mobile Legends
No,
trying
not
to keep you
playing.
down.
Pressure fight
Oh!
onto it. See,
Yeah,
that
he's
was the right
totally a mage.
target.
Totally.
Lord has been taken down though. It's a 5v4 situation for Onyx. RRQ managing the waves.
Kagur,
They still have
that's who I was
pressure,
thinking
8,000
of.
8,000 gold lead now.
Using everything
She's
to
alright.
make sure
I think
that
her range is a
CW
little
does
short.
not get the chance to play the game. Look at these runner shots, chunking everyone for about 2,000 a pop.
He tried Sicilian. I
Wow,
haven't
dude,
played
Skylar
Sicilian
is just
in
on a
like
roll right now. And RRQ,
like an entire
they're going for more right here. They know that
season.
their market is not up yet, but
I
only
can
for 2
his
more
girlfriend.
seconds. Here he comes.
Huh?
Let's see.
I can play his
Acer,
girlfriend,
top side,
Carmela.
has been taken down. And CW finally collects his
Forever
golden
gonna be
staff.
sad. I used to be world ranked
This
before
might
they
be a
nerfed
game
Carmella
changer.
into the ground.
One more item perhaps for the side of Kyrie here. Eterna, endless battle, true damage is what they need.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
I think
Unless does
some,
true damage.
How are they supposed
somebody
to
told me
maintain
that
defense? Onyx.
there's some heroes that are
Clay is
never
able
going to be
thread the
meta
needle like that, the way that he did
because
before,
they are just a gimmick,
get that
and
perfect
Moontoon won't
justify and the
actually
pickoff onto
buff them to a
CW.
point of
It's just
making them
GG.
viable because
Kyrie
their
isn't gonna
only
have
point
as
was to be a
much
gimmick
DPS
by
to
like
utilize with
in
these team
where
fights,
he can take you to another
especially that they
dimension.
lack
Like
that AoE.
like on paper it sounds super
RQ,
fancy, and then he turns
play
into
it
this and he
really
can do
well
all
here
this
in the second
damage,
game.
but he's got so many
I feel like what they're
counters.
doing right
Same
now
thing
is
for
also
like
using Banana
Carmella,
as a secondary
where
engage
like
tool. You pay attention,
her and
right?
Sicilian
There's
can
only
do all
supposed
this
to be one knockup or
can do
two,
this
along with the
I forgot the
Kufra,
fuck it's
but
called,
occasionally,
their
when you least expect it,
ability where
Banana
they
will
come
come in with
together.
a knockout strike.
They jump instead of each other.
I think it's like a waltz or something like that.
Yeah.
But
No,
like they're never going to be meta, or she's never going to be meta because it was just a
the
gimmick.
way that RRQ
Get
can
people
go
to
for
buy it 'cause it
pickoffs
was something
is so
unique.
multifaceted. This is exactly what Onyx was doing.
Yes, I'm
against them.
mad because they didn't give
Play.
Carmella the
Survive on
Starlight
the play,
skin like they
and
were
look at that, the whole
supposed to.
jungle.
They made it and
Everything is
everything, and then they
fully
didn't
under
drop it.
RRQ's control.
I'm still mad.
Oh man, look at the additional item coming in from Banana. Is that going to affect how this game
Moon
is going to go?
Waltz is what it is.
See
Waltz.
here again. It's a reset.
The
Minute
Moonlit
13,
Waltz.
Lord is enhanced now. RQ, full control of the map.
I can't play Sicilian, but I can play Carmella just fine.
Now I can play Sicilian.
Yeah, they
I
will
just don't-
give this Lord for free. Engage question mark. Skylar, runner shot does not really connect, and it's gonna be a comfortable Lord take by the side of Rex, the regular Kaon.
That is just Clay zoning everyone away with the potential. Not even a real skill, like, he wasn't even using any real spells to threaten. He was just with the potential of the one-shot. Boots now caught alone. Banana pushes him back.
Thought.
3v1. Kufra is
wow. Okay.
Oh, Naomi. Oh, purified now. Boots
got the whole team.
Oh, he gets taken down by Skylar. 30
They wanted him dead, I guess. That poor man.
Jesus.
That poor man. Getting murdered like that.
It's funny because after each one missed, he's like, I can see the light, I can go. And then another one comes in.
But let's see, this might be the final push.
Let's see. First sick with the shield unity. Trying to hover, finding the right target. Oh. Kufra jumps in. Ulti goes into damage by Skylar. And this is it. RRQ answers back in game 2. Ladies and gentlemen, the Royal Derby will extend to game number.
Bit too much.
You're beating yourself.
No, I was
Thinking out loud.
They banned Masha? Is she that scary?
If you're going to go with a squishy assassin jungler.
We'll see if Onyx can make it work.
Tell me this is Onyx.
Right now,
so I might actually see a good Bane here. All right.
Dive aggressive composition from the side of RRQ. Unless, though, the jungle gets taken over, and that is exactly what the Boxtra is designed to do. So this is a bit of a concerning situation.
They have 3 fighters.
For RRQ, what are they gonna try and?
Does nobody want to mark them because they're horrible? They've got Chow, Yuzhong, and Bane.
No, Harith is going in the marksman one.
That's too risky, I think.
Oh, the Kufra. Okay.
I said fighters.
Kufra is so much safer. Oh man, this is scary.
You were saying, but you were saying, does nobody want to go marksman, but they have Harith.
For the dive coming in from RQ, but also to cancel out
yeah.
airstrike.
So he's going to be going
in
in the marksman.
Opened up. But knowing Clay,
what does his ultimate
really
do?
His resource allocation.
Zaman Force puts a cross on the ground, and it severely reduces the cooldown of all the abilities he uses on that cross. So he has a dash and then an auto attack he can do. It's a combination. He dashes and then his next auto attack is like is enhanced, and then he has that I don't know what you call it, that thing he lays on the ground where it comes together and it does damage.
This time around they have
I call it a clap.
Right? So
yeah, we'll call it,
yeah,
basically it's a clap. But he can basically, with enough cooldown, if he puts the Zaman Force down there, it slows everybody, and then he can basically spam his abilities on that cross.
So I thought it was a sword, but is it really a cross?
I don't know. That's just the way I explained it. It might be a sword.
I was gonna say, is it actually a sword? Because I'm in a cross.
It's known.
Who's gonna come out on top?
Let's see. Emblem check and spell check Rashi, Mr. Analyst, go ahead.
It's a key, apparently.
Has a blast still, so is Versic.
A key.
It's not even a sustain build. It's just a tanky build to just go.
And the clap that Harith does, technically what he does is he spawns another Harith on the other side, and they both do something that collapses together.
Synchro fission.
Which is kind of interesting because if you didn't know, that clap that Harith does can actually be blocked by Lolita's shield.
Yeah, it truly is.
Isn't it a projectile? Doesn't Lolita block all projectiles?
Yeah, because it basically what he does is he projectiles another version of himself across from himself, and both of them together like do that clap or whatever that meets in the middle. So if you have a Lolita there, you'll actually block his other self from teleporting out there.
It's very, very difficult. And
does that make sense? I feel like
that actually confers that Clay likes to bring
yeah.
it late game.
I follow, but I'm also sitting here reading it too, so I'm cheating. I'm cheating. That's where I got it, is Synchro Fission. So his first skill is Key Insight.
We've seen this matchup before. Against, I believe,
is that the one, Key Insight? Is that where he gets... also, when he does that... Wait, is it?
Passive. Key Insight is his passive.
But that has never stopped him before.
Nope. And we can see here already top side now. Rion, oh!
Yeah, that's kind of
Duration of control effects.
When he used to be a meta jungler, it used to be kind of OP to have a Harith out there with a Diggy as well. Diggy, Harith would throw down the Zaman Force, and then he gets a shield based on the amount of magic power that the enemy has. And then Diggy would ult, which would give him a bigger shield, and then Harith couldn't be stunned while he was doing his Zaman Force. It was just, it was ridiculous.
Breaking Onyx strategy in this early game already with
I love playing Diggy.
And it begs the question,
He
why
is
Onyx
awesome.
just really committed into this early game, seeing how great
It's the
Persik
key
is
you
at
find on his
rotating
right pocket.
on the Boxia with play as well. Persik still able to get that lethal wanderer as well, so they are getting the
my phone
trades,
is not
better
that big.
trades than Onyx here in the early game.
Boy, will it be poked to a quarter HP? I think 40% of his life there.
Oh, you can't move the screen in this.
Recall and take a look at the rotations already. For Q, 4v2. Oh, Keyboy hasn't recalled. Now see how he is at half HP, but no commitments from inside of RQ.
Skylar's doing really well in this.
Dang, they're all going for Quantum Charge on Bane. Maybe I don't know what I'm doing.
He's getting more target gold as well. In a way.
But don't you kick butt anyway?
Is stronger
but
than in the previous game.
not at this level.
Lopsided.
Maybe this is what I've been missing.
Actual pick-off card control damage.
To elevate me to number 1 from number 3.
But now on top, Boots forced to use the dragon form. Slides away.
It's crazy that all the resources from Onyx have been used defensively in the first 3 minutes of the game, right? There's not any use for these flickers offensively. CW looks for some damage onto Naomi. Doesn't really have it just yet with the item that are lacking here in the first few minutes. Because of, like you mentioned, how Skylar has been really good at taking these creeps away.
Well, CW seems to be scaling pretty okay, but a lot of
Hi guys.
His lane. I think the EXP is where we should be taking a look.
Is this the T-Rex who's been eavesdropping this entire time?
But oh, hey, on Naomi.
I messaged private, he just didn't answer. So I haven't really been eavesdropping.
I'm sorry. When I'm
I knew you were here.
when I'm in OBS mode, it drowns out everything. It mutes everything.
You're good, you're good. I was watching the same game. What I said was I'm on break and I happened to be watching the same game.
Yeah.
And I noticed that you were watching it, so I was like, oh, let me just watch here.
I just wanted to see my Bane.
Right?
I see how Kari treats it.
At baiting Onyx resources, I think the deadly catch.
Are you gonna try this new build type thing in your recent games with Strawberry later?
Maybe. Trex, have you been studying up the emblems?
Bro, I am just getting to it. I'm so behind right now.
I've got a cheat sheet
I'm doing like
I'll toss you. I just created one this weekend for, with the emblems and their names and then what they do.
Literally during my break earlier, I was like screenshotting each emblem with the information on them, and I was just gonna like go through them all and learn them all and stuff. And then I just started watching games again and stuff like that. So I might message either like Wolf or Leo and try to get one of them to do a study sesh with me and let me pick their brain for like an hour.
Like this is what I have for it, and I'm gonna put the abilities below it.
Power spike from the Bane hit, right? On the Bane.
Can you see it on my screen? I don't even know if you can see it on my screen.
Doesn't have to in Discord and you're doing it on Twitch.
But right now, this might be the force that they want. The conceal will actually deter them away from it, though. They wasted a lot of time rotating around there for no real big payout.
Whoa, 75%. Now to the hands of the Kingdom.
Yeah, the Kingdom really pulling through here. 75% audience prediction here.
That's what I have in the Excel sheet for my cheat sheet. I'm going to put what they do below it, so it's just a little easier.
It feels like a really good 50-50.
You should give a copy of that to Xena too, so I can assign that to her for her homework.
She doesn't need to do this for her homework.
No, I said so she can study it.
Well, what does she need to study it for?
She wants to know what they all do. So when people ask her questions when she's streaming, she has answers.
Okay, there goes a deadly catch.
Keyboy though will be punished. What? Calm Flicker gets him out of the way. So it's a trade fully favoring the side
That's
of
in
Onyx.
charge, dude.
Very well played for them to just sneak in that turtle, but as a result, they lose control. And against a team like this, you want that vision.
Is this a much closer game than the previous one?
From your jungle as possible.
Yes, definitely.
On Kyrie's territory.
But they're still like RRQ is still like absolutely kind of like forcing their way into the jungle.
Oh, good catch onto Tyler. Cancelled immediately with the Magic Ball, but Kyrie will secure the kill. Petrify on towards 2 in the backside. Naomi very low. Gets taken out as well. Now first look isolated in the backside. Gets taken down. A Banana finding compensation, taking tier 1 in the mid lane. But overall,
do we think Onyx is like testing stuff though this best of 3? Like,
I kind of think so.
Like they brought out the Granger, which I get it. Like there's all the new stuff and everyone's doing new things. And I know the Bane's popular, but like, is Granger really it right now?
Yeah, and that's the thing too. And they were talking about it too. That Granger's like
11 to 10 on first six.
He's so squishy. I think they're kind of testing some things out here. But why would you test on the third game? Like a best of 3.
It's early season, bro. I think it's just because it's early season. It's first week. What better team to test stuff on than probably like your main rival, you know? Like they know they can make playoffs. That's not a problem.
And that puts Skylar right up front, one of the main damage dealers, and the composition of RRQ.
Tiuzhong in this particular play, he didn't just do damage and then leave.
Well, his team was right behind him. I'm talking for you for solo queue.
Okay.
Yeah, for solo queue, you're definitely trying to get out of there or back to your team or something like that. Here, as soon as Yuzong went in, you saw the entirety of his team move up along with him.
Much closer to gaining full control of the jungle and just ending this game before that dreaded late game makes its appearance.
Wait, did I see that right? Clock of Destiny Drian? 9 minutes? That's so long.
Oh. Let's see here.
Oh, they just got a Clock of Destiny right now at the 9-minute mark?
Clock of Destiny, 9 minutes maybe?
Better late than never, I guess.
Another item. And I know we need to check on the
Could be an
items
early
here, right?
bought item.
We'll have to see once the items do pop up, but on the top side, notice how the waves
No,
are
I guess they
converging
just
on
got
the
it.
side
They
of
just
Onyx.
got the
That
Clock
means
of
it's gonna
Destiny.
push towards RRQ. So
But is this supposed to be an early item
RRQ
purchase,
needs to
is my
rush
Yes,
question.
because it takes time to build up the stacks. Clock of Destiny, for every 1 minute, you get like another stack of whatever it is, which gives you magic damage, and I forgot what else. And it actually takes 10 minutes to actually come online.
Keyboard can always go
to be at full power.
Jet away of dragon combination, and you can see him.
Okay, I'm not gonna build it third anymore. I'm gonna build it first.
It definitely needs to be like a first item.
Focus on Skylar, or perhaps I don't know. Skylar is only a viable target here because play again, unless he click his purify.
Gains 20 extra HP. 4 extra magic power every. Oh, it's actually every 20 seconds. I don't know why.
Well, Onyx right now, they're just playing
capped at 15
They're
stacks.
just waiting because look at that wave, man.
20 times 15.
2.5 waves built, I believe. It's gonna crash into the turret, and I think RRQ, they are willing to let go of one turret.
I think it actually changed recently, and that might be why they're buying it later. Because it used to be the stacks took longer, I feel like.
HP though, forced.
Yeah, it takes 5 minutes to come online.
When I play Veil, it is literally my second to my last item to build Clock of Destiny.
Yeah, you want it a little earlier in the game.
Does not commit the Black Dragon form just yet. There you go, the commitment. As a defense again, no, will they re-engage? Is the question. Keyboy now with the conceal, looking for a better angle perhaps. But it is a reset top side, still crashing.
Oh, and then you get 5 extra magic power and 600 max mana when you get max stats, or max stacks.
RRQ needs to understand the situation and back away. Skylar is in a very dangerous spot. So is Fairstick.
My God. The deadly catch on towards damage is not enough. Feather airstrike. Oh, the damage towards Rion. Almost enough, but Banana jumps in with a flicker as well. Boots is trying to gain more space. No casualties.
Do you think a lot of these teams are still figuring stuff out with all the new emblems? Like, do you think from here to like M5, do we see some like new heroes pop up with new combinations or lane swaps, things like that? Like, do you think there's going to be a lot of
there's a lot of viability right now, and I think that's going to start narrowing out as we start getting higher up. I'm not so sure how much new stuff, but like, I mean, dude, how many times have we thought the meta had settled and get to like M4 and like, holy crap, I didn't know this dude could be used. So, like,
yeah, that's true.
And then here already, like they're making use of a lot more of they're making a use of a lot more of the emblems than I know that we have in North America. Basic emblem has been like this huge thing for them right now.
They're at a man advantage, Gani.
Yeah, it goes great on the Claude and stuff because of the movement speed or whatever, the healing of the mana and health.
Yeah.
When you walk.
The hybrid regen.
Will RRQ pull the trigger? Take a look at the repositioning by Skylar there.
Freaking the Angela picker bands. It's just been absolutely insane.
Yeah, that was something that was popular like a year or two ago, the Ling Angela combo.
Angeling, yeah.
Connect on towards anyone significantly, but it is still RRQ grabbing that Lord.
So do you think this has opened things up more, or do you think it's just like do you think there's more picks and more lanes and more spots now, or do you think it's just shifted like equally?
I think
like it's still about the same amount of meta.
Since I've played this game around, I think I came around right before M1 happened, and since the entirety of when I played, I don't think I've ever felt that there are more of the roster that's viable than there is right now.
But look at Keyboy right now.
Because of these emblems and the difference that you can do with things. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like there's just so many different combinations. Oh man.
Finds the right opening, but no! It is actually Naomi gets taken down. It's a good Keyboy flicker on towards Skylar. He has the Immortal though. That's very important. Torn apart memory does not take Keyboy down. It's a trade for Naomi for nothing, so it's a dub for the Porcupine.
Oh man, you're gonna have a good time too. Like freaking, I was, we did a little joint stream 2 days ago with Yui. Bro, like Yui's gonna be like on top of it when it comes to like
he got stunned in the middle of all that. That's why all these small stuns
analysis side of it.
From the side of RRQ, it just denies your playmaking potential.
That's good. I think he'll do well. I know he's I know he's not just like a new person coming in, so.
On the other side, they were able to survive.
So I'm excited. I'm pumped.
Like I said, you're gonna have a good time with him because it's gonna make it a lot easier on you. You're definitely not gonna have to carry any weight when it comes to the actual analysis side of it. The only thing might be like, I don't know how he is on the entertainment side, if you know what I mean. Like how he can, if he can say it in a nice, concise way or something like that.
Yeah, we talked. We broke ice about a week or two ago. Just to talk about like both of our visions for the desk and everything like that, and what kind of vibe we want to bring and all that. So I feel good about it.
Imagine his itemization.
Yeah, I think
right
me, him, and Xena
can take a look at it right here.
Practices.
BOD, Malefic Roar, and the War Axe. He has a ton of damage, but
nice.
a lot of defensive options, relying solely on the kit
until like the
Bane.
week before we go, and I'm just like, okay.
He's actually doing so much better, but Fairstick is a tank, so keep that in mind. That is definitely a factor in the gold.
All right, I got a super long break today, so I decided to get a haircut during my break. It was a pleasure.
Video, I was like, Jesus, dude, just let me go.
It's 10 out of control, bro.
The map is 60% red.
I'm gonna be over curls this season, so this will be the start of that. I'm not gonna do a comb over this season, so like I normally do.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna be switching it up. So we'll see.
All
right, I'll see you guys.
All right, man. Take care.
Have a good one.
Magic Sentry, though, they know that there's nobody on the top side. Now CW is up there, and the Lord is half HP. If RRQ wants to force this, I think everyone's converging at the same time, though.
And a tied game when it comes to gold. Oh, look at this. Conceal play.
There you go. Oh, we have Dragon wrong way. He has the Immortal.
You see, the Dragon came in later than the actual fight. Keyboy set the fight, went in. Are you still there, Mia?
In the middle of everything gets taken out by Skylar. Naomi.
Audio. There we go. I sneezed and I muted my microphone.
It's okay. But watch the conceal play. The conceal play is going to come in here. Keyboy is going to be the first one to go in there because he's their tank. He's going to set them, and then the Dragon's going to come in. The Dragon is not the initiator.
If RRQ wants to force this, I think everyone's
You talk about Chow.
Yeah, Chow. He's up at the top. He's coming in way in the back of the flicker. Then here comes the Dragon.
Oh, Dragon wrong way. He has Immortal, but Weather Airstrike. Oh, will be taken by BANAA. And now Boots gets stunned in the middle of everything. Gets taken now by Skylar. Naomi is an all a brawl. Keyboy will not be able to survive. I might be wrong as he has the flicker. It's a one-man casualty.
Despite having basically 4 members of the enemy team isolated, Onyx could still not get the retry.
Banana, B-A-N-A-N-A. What a monster.
Yeah, that was kind of bad. I thought she was going to
Onyx
spell bananas.
Yeah.
Getting Boots taken off the board. He's doing so much for his team right now. And the
Thought we were
Lord is
going
going to charge with a
sing a Fergie song for a second there. Gwen Stefani. Gwen Stefani, not Fergie.
Isn't it Fergie? I would have confused them too.
It's Gwen Stefani. I do know the difference, I swear.
Oh, I wouldn't. Those two went ham when it went to the whole let's turn popish from,
so close.
well, Fergie was already kind of like popish with,
the old RRQ, I feel
damn, who was she with?
Going, right, and see how it turns out.
Will I am.
They've just won
yeah, but what was the name of the group?
Situation. Now they have more macro plays.
Black Eyed Peas.
Black Eyed Peas, yeah.
I just listened to one of those songs and I shared it in Xena's server. I was like, I didn't even know I had the song on my phone. But I knew every word.
Hers was less of a turn than what's her name from No Doubt. That was a
Gwen Stefani.
Yeah,
I think she fell off the face of the planet, I swear.
Well, she's been around for a lot longer than Fergie was. They were part of the whole 90s, what do you call it? What was that, grunge?
I just know she was a No Doubt. She was a No Doubt. I know that much because I was a 90s baby.
Whereas Onyx have lost 2 inhibitor turrets, so those lanes as well, they're going to be crashing in favor of RRQ. They have to be very careful in these Lord takes.
I was wishing that we can see a replay of that Lord fight because it was so good. Everyone stopped Keyboy from making the play, and Naomi got between everyone. Hey, on cue by the Samsung Galaxy S series. Look at that. Keyboy gets denied his playmaking tools, and Naomi just stops everyone.
How
and
you
at
guys
the same
doing?
time, Onyx focused on the Lord, but Banana got the better of them. And just like that, Skylar can kite back. He's still full HP at this point. RRQ could have gone for a bit more maybe, but they go with a disciplined route, and now it's back to
6-5. Now they have a 3K gold lead and no towers protecting Onyx base.
Keyboy did his
Damn,
job,
Onyx, you're supposed to be the world champion.
Forces,
Google, didn't nobody ask you a question?
Be outside of the area, Lord area, right? But
damn, Google.
Kyrie's retribution.
Did it just ask you about a magical item? Is that what I heard?
I don't even know what it was saying.
Was able to find that last hit.
We're gonna have to rewind.
They're also listening and shit.
They do. They actually listen to you all the time.
Oh, yeah,
if you are, I just don't care that it listens.
Yeah, that's how.
But I always have. I just have no tracking on everything that I have inside of Google, so it can't track what I'm doing unless if I'm literally don't clear my history.
Who's the lady's voice? This is Miyazaki.
Kiyomi.
Kiyomi. There we go. Damn it, I got the first half. Miyazaki Kiyomi. She's another viewer.
RRQ, but Boots wants to go and re-engage.
Oh my god, they forced a fight here, Boots. Is this the right call? No.
Hi, Boo-Boo.
Another streamer.
Time to disengage.
A couple.
I'm a VTuber actually.
Wow, man. Onyx, that was a risky move.
You're brave enough to show yourself. Well, on Fridays anyway. You're a potato every other day of the week.
So they backed away, which is the right play.
You're not brave enough to show
that could have been really bad for Onyx.
I think I'm ugly, so no, I'm not.
If they don't mess this up, this should be.
I used to. If you would have found my account when I was Kenzie Baymax back in the day, like back in January, you would have seen my face on my profile. Now it's, what is it? My character and then different characters of Yuri.
Valentina needs to be in range, and so far with the positioning coming in from RRQ, they haven't really been giving him a lot of options to work with, especially with the IMU. So it might not even actually be a factor in this Lord push.
Oh, these might be over. Feather airstrike coming down, about 50%. Another feather airstrike from Valentina.
Now taken care of. Question mark. Take a look at the backside.
Ooh.
Oh my God, Boots.
They're actually doing a good job. Look at Boots in the back.
Oh my goodness. Naomi now.
Did he push them all back?
Capitalize off of it. They had to take down the Lord.
They managed to defend this one.
Boots did so much work back there. Let's see that again. Where is Boots? All right, there he goes. Dragon form coming out. Way on the back, trying to get into Skylar.
Take a look at the backside. Oh my God, Boots. Trying to as much as time. 3-man knockup. Oh my goodness. Naomi
And then
now.
you saw, all right, do you see Boots? So he pops them up and then watch his escape to the right.
Try to as much as time. 3-man knockup.
It's just the blue guy in the back, right?
Naomi now looking to find
And then he comes down towards the Lord, red buff.
to defend this one against all odds.
That's why I say you got like a few seconds to do as much as you can. Then you need to get the heck out of there once you've used all your abilities. It's time to go.
Less damage being dealt to the members of Onyx.
So is Flicker better than Vengeance for a battle spell for him?
No, you actually want Petrify.
They back away. It's back to another Lord Dance, and the
Okay, because it freezes the enemies. I think that's what I had.
Keeps them all straight, keeps them all standing, and then you put your abilities down on them, and then you fucking get the fuck out of dodge.
Who's going to pull the trigger first, right? So far, if we take a look
Now,
at
do
the
you
items,
use
everyone
Petrify
is
to
able
escape?
build at this point.
Or to
you
hold
use
them in place
Petrify
to do the dance?
to keep them still.
Anything standing out to you here?
When it comes to defense, I think it's a bit too idealistic to try and think that some items can really save your life at this point. For Clay, it does so much damage. He's chunking the whole backline for half HP with a single bolt from the Feather airstrike. Onyx, though, has been
It's
able to
almost
secure
like
one more
right
turret.
after, if you land on
What's
them,
going on
use
here?
your
It's RRQ.
ability.
They're kind of
90% of them are going to have an escape to get out of your ability because he's got like a little bit of a hesitation after he cues an ability. You know what I mean? When he jumps, the circle comes down, and then it's like 2 seconds, and then it finally pops you up. When you do that little circular ability that you have, it takes a second for it to come out. So basically, you come down, you use your ability. When they are going to jump, right after you use your ability, that's when you petrify them.
They got dismantled.
Okay.
Marcella's there. That was unnecessary. And now RQ looking to clear 2 waves, top and mid, crashing. Will they commit?
2-0.
35 on keyboard, 44
I think
on
like me and Trex was just in here and he was talking about it, and he thinks like, do we really think that they were putting 100% in, or were they maybe practicing something here?
CW gets taken now, and now Petrify against all odds. RRQ did it in MPL ID Season 11. They did it again today. Reverse sweeping Onyx 2-1.
The MSC
RRQ,
champions
man, I feel so bad for them. They always do so good when it comes to MPL, but they get fucking destroyed any World Series they go to.
The RRQ fans are wilding out at the venue. What an amazing performance by all of the members. A huge upset victory for the Sonics.
This is what the kingdom has been waiting for. The return of the king. Oh my lord.
These dudes
what
are so
a match from both these teams.
Dude in the middle.
What the kingdom has been waiting for. The return of the king. Oh my lord. What a match from both these teams. Showcasing top tier Mobile Legends gameplay.
This is the MPL ID Season 12.
I missed the last bit of that. I am so sad.
Why?
Hi.
Debut
Somebody was talking to me, so I had to mute myself.
How dare you?
Will have to suffer a loss.
Everyone woke up.
A 2-1 loss after a dominating
It's all
first
good.
game.
Hi.
A very, very
Have you started streaming yet?
They have to.
I stream on occasion when there's nobody here. I like to stream
What does
if
this
I
mean?
Why
could.
when there's nobody there?
What statement is this being
Because
made by
there's a
Onyx?
kid that's like
They
2
were the
years old and he's
MSC
usually
champions.
screaming and crying.
They
You
recently
mentioned it a
won
couple of times. Is there a kid in the background? Yeah, there was a kid
entire
screaming.
Southeast Asia Championship
Yep.
Doesn't matter.
against the best
They
of
yell
the
and they
best.
scream and I can't
in their debut,
watch their language
they lose
if they're in the background.
RRQ,
Well, as long as they're
who
not
didn't even
like
make it
N-word
to
this,
top
N-word
2
that.
last season at MPL
I think
ID
you'll be all right.
season 11.
Everyone doubted
And if that
them.
happens, I'd be like,
Everyone
holy
was worried
crap, dude.
With the pillars missing, with the players getting shuffled around, a new coach even. How will they perform?
It depends on
in
what's
the
going
next
on
season?
in town.
And now they just come back and say, "We're here to stay, man."
There's a lot of
With
swearing.
that in mind, ladies and gentlemen, let's take to the host.
I only swear when
to
I'm
talk
angry.
To RRQ.
On Twitch, if it's not labeled, I could get in trouble. I've already gotten a warning about it.
Really? I've never gotten a warning. I cuss my ass off and I don't have a, what do you call it on mine?
Make it known as an 18 plus, but aren't you? But you're like a professional. I'm somebody who's new.
They don't, but that's the thing. It's even better for you is because they don't watch you.
I don't know. I got that, and I got in trouble for playing music in the background. You guys said that you guys have it lower, and I got an email from Twitch saying I'm not allowed to play music again. If I'm not careful about it, I will get my account suspended. They yelled at me for copyrighted music, like officially copyrighted me.
Up, Taha. Thank you for the potato.
Saya digendong 4 orang teman saya.
What's going on, man?
What? You changed background on your little potato.
Oh, this is still my birthday background. I never
I was
got
gonna say,
lazy.
does it change? Happy belated birthday. Does it change colors if I were to pick a color?
It should.
Because purple's my favorite color. I'm expecting those orange balls to turn purple. The balloons. It does. Let's go. That is awesome. It is the little things in life that just made my day. However, now it looks more like a prom. So what are these custom entrance and custom thingies? Custom
You know how like when Strawberry comes in, it plays a song?
Strawberry, leave and come back.
Oh, I don't know if I have that up. Like, certain people who have been in my stream long enough and they've gotten the points and they paid for it. When they first come into stream, it announces them coming. The bot will say something like, "Oh, here comes freaking Soroku," blah 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 blah. You can catch them at Twitch.blah blah blah, and then a song will come over the stream. Same thing like when Blaze comes in. Or when Xena comes in, the freaking the song plays.
I would tell her to get her butt in here, but I know she's drawing. She's coloring her
He changed it to
PNG.
green. He said, "Nah, green's better."
I have 12,000 points. I'm gonna make it back to purple.
That's a nice add-on. It's not an add-on. It's something I put on that I have to program in my little thingy, which is actually this thing that I programmed is actually what has prevented me from fully doing YouTube content because I don't know how to make it so that YouTubers can do it too.
There's a 45-second cooldown. Fine. Red. It reprimanded me for 45 seconds. That is not the color teal. Oh, there we go. I was gonna say that is not teal. That was orange. I'm sleeping when you're streaming these days because they've got me doing the overnights at work. So I'm glad you streamed earlier today, and I have today off. Yeah, I used to be here every day, and now I'm sleeping because I work overnights.
Well, if you see me on other times, don't be hesitate to hit me up. If you want to try to rank, I can rank with you on my Smurf.
I always need help in rank. I need to learn to be a better team player because I like to play with friends.
I think you just need to learn to the essence of the game. Certain little things like Xena, her biggest thing that I try to stop her from is she panic she panic presses buttons. Like if she gets jumped, she just like fucking slams her fucking phone. Is like, hit all the buttons. I'm like, no, Xena, no.
Season 12.
No, because I'm so excited. I don't know what
I'm trying to get her to play more heroes for her second account because she's in trouble if she has to jungle and she only knows Harith. I meant Hartley.
Probably gonna learn Fredrin. I told her I'd teach her.
I try to have at least 3 characters from each section. So from tank, fighter, assassin, mage, marksman, and support. That I could play 3 of them from any role and be semi-okay.
Yeah,
that is
but your semi-okay isn't to mythic, and you need to bring that bar up to more to like mythic. You need to be semi-okay at mythic. Like and then that's gonna take a bit of reworking some of the heroes you use and how you use them. And honestly, like for me, it came from for me to get this good at these. Well, first of all, I already had the good setup because I've been playing these types of games since like 2016.
What an amazing end
But
to
like
the series
I
here,
started
the
with like a
Royal
Granger
Derby,
one trick, then a
Leg
Lapu one trick,
between
then a Hayabusa one trick,
RRQ
then
and
you know what I mean? Then I came.
sweep. Wait,
So I started just
RRQ
one
against
tricking
Yellow
enough to where I'm at the
Once
point
again,
now where I can
MSC
use a
champions, Gunny.
decent
Once
amount.
you hit rock bottom, the only way is up.
But look at theirs, you gotta catch him
You call this rock bottom?
with a Head and Shoulders commercial.
The shade.
I was looking at Mobile Legends.
Hold on.
Is up.
MSC
How dare it miss me?
Look
Wait,
at he's got dandruff in his hair, but here comes Gotta Catch It to help him.
MSC champions, Gunny.
Once you hit rock bottom, the only way is up. Alright, that's all I can say. You call this rock bottom?
That's awesome.
I mean,
I don't think I'd ever see a commercial like that here in America. So I've only hit Mythic
losing a match?
It could have been worse.
since
That's
the
so out of
yeah, well,
uncharacteristic of Onyx.
7/2022 to 9/2022 is when I first hit
It's
Mythic,
just
but I was definitely
unconventional, unorthodox
hardcore
Onyx
carried
losing
for
a match.
season 25
That's all I'm
and
saying.
season
I mean, they
26.
lost.
Season 27,
Last season.
I
RRQ.
think
So
I've
it isn't
improved my
unorthodox.
personal gameplay as well as season 28.
So, yeah.
Well, twice,
You know,
no, technically.
patterns,
And
right?
Xena carried me to
Patterns
Mythical Honor last
tonight,
season.
Maybe. But
I
we
mean,
can say,
I don't know how
hands
much you
down,
watch
man,
stuff like
Deaded
this,
from Clay.
but especially in North
Any
America,
hero he's utilized, he's been
it'll probably
able
help if you start
to
watching
be
like
just
some of
so
the pros.
impactful.
Not
100%
to see,
KD
well,
shows
not
how active he was in
almost.
these
I'm gonna
team
say like
fights.
not.
The way
You
that he
should
was
watch
able
the
to
North
use the
America
feather
Pro,
air
like
strike to
NACT,
away the
rather than
members
MPL,
of
because I think
Onyx
MPL
effectively, like you
strategies
mentioned,
are going to be beyond you.
dealing full
Like
damage
it's
as
not
well,
like a lot of people are like, oh, this is what happened to
able to be
MPL.
taken
Like, yeah,
down
but you can't
once,
apply it because you,
despite,
first of all, you don't have a
honestly, the
5-man.
dive coming in
Second of
from
all,
Onyx.
like these, you're talking about people
Again,
whose
Marcel
freaking
Kadita,
positioning is
same
like
talent,
bar
ability,
none.
like,
Nobody else will beat them when it comes to
assassin,
positioning
and
and
with your
skill
favorite
shots and stuff like
talent
that.
here, Eternal,
But there's still
Buffalo Man.
basics that a lot of
Likes
people
it
need to
late.
learn.
He likes it late, like a true Indonesian.
Try to
Well,
do
let's take a look
MCL
at the
every
highlights
Saturday
right
night.
here,
Like
my
tonight,
friends.
I'll
Wow,
be
what a
dead
game.
ass freaking
Successful
tired
action
because
packed
I'm
right
doing
here,
my
but
36-hour day
for
because I'm working
Keyboy,
the
he was just trying
2:30
make
to
plays
10:30
happen,
shift
which is
tomorrow
very
afternoon.
fortunate, I will say it is.
But
Very fortunate for
I try to
RRQ
do
that they
MCL
have
every
tools
Saturday.
available to thwart him. And I
Try
think that
being
is
the
something
operative
that
word.
teams need
I
to
haven't
have
won it, but I
to
have
have
made it to the
plays
finals.
happen. It's
I end up
Oh, see,
working.
here's that
action-packed
replay
right
you were
here,
talking
but
about where you
for
asked
Keyboy,
why Yuzong
he was
didn't
just
leave.
a game.
It's
So
because it was
action-packed right here,
one
but
because his team was right behind him, but it was 2 because he hadn't finished his objective yet. He had somebody that he had marked that he was trying to
Wow,
kill,
what
and
a
he didn't
game.
finish killing them. Like right here, I think he goes for Clay when he goes down, and Clay keeps running, so he keeps chasing after him.
So action-packed right here.
See, here comes the
but
dragon.
For Keyboy, he was just trying to make plays happen. It's
Now
just
he's going
very
after
fortunate,
Clay.
I
Clay
will
keeps
say
on
it
trying
is.
to run
Very
away, so he's
fortunate
just
for RRQ that
running.
they have tools
But he got down. He got
available to
Naomi
thwart him.
down,
And I think
and
that
then
is
the
something
rest of
that
his team
teams
is there,
need
so
to
he
have
can
in
still
store.
help out.
They're going
But
up
if
with
it was
Keyboy.
basically a
Some kind of dash denial,
4v1
some
for
kind
that
of
Yuzong,
crowd
he would have
control.
run away
The fact that
after he
Skylar was also
had
playing
gotten his
Brody,
kill.
that was such a value
So
pickup for
why
them
did
as
he
well.
go around the
Because
long
no
way
matter
versus
what,
just
Skylar was
going
Because
through
he
the
was
rocks to
collecting
go
up.
after
He was
him?
collecting up passives from all of these guys.
my friends.
He was swimming
Wow,
through
what
them
a
to get his
game.
passives
So
off.
action
See,
packed
he
right
needed.
here,
He hit
but
Naomi, hit
for
Ferrex, hit
Keyboy, he was just
Skylar,
trying to make plays
hit
happen.
all of them before
It's
he hit
just
Clay.
very fortunate. I will say it is very fortunate for RRQ that
Okay,
they
so
have
what does
tools
his-
available to
Okay.
thwart him, and I think that is something that teams need to have. in
But
store.
when he hits
They're
them,
going
he
up against
just
Keyboy.
temporarily
Some kind of
stuns them
dash
so they can't
denial,
use their
some kind
skills.
of crowd
Oh, he
control.
puts a stack
The
on
fact
them.
that
Let me see what the hell it's called. like you don't always need to do that. It's you can. I've seen people ignore the enemy team and just beeline for the mage, but that's the proper way to do it. Hold on.
I'm trying to see if you're gonna throw it up on stream or if you're gonna throw it up on Discord.
The world, then let the world betray me.
Okay.
Oh yeah, so he deals damage while he's in dragon form. So what it does is it deals damage, it scoots them back a bit so it interrupts whatever they're doing, and it's almost like a tiny second of a stun.
Your voice cut out.
Hold on. After channeling, Yuzong transforms into his black dragon form for up to 7 seconds. He cannot use any other skills, but can move freely and will knock back enemy heroes in his path while dealing physical damage. He also gains control immunity. We don't care about that. Yeah, so it's basically he deals damage. That's why he was doing it. He was swinging through them to knock them back and deal damage.
Okay.
Like I said, you don't have to. Like he could have completely ignored all of them and then beelined for the mage, but he decided to help out the team to do that. But that knockback he does, the knockback he does only happens the first time he hits an enemy. The second time it doesn't do anything. So there's only really like it's only really worth it to kind of swim through them once and then go for your target.
Okay.
That Skylar was also playing a Brody. That was such a value pickup for them.
Is there any more games after this?
Oh, I'm probably about to cut out for a bit.
It all goes south.
Let me go make me some food.
There's this insane
Go get that steak you were talking about.
Yes.
Oh, there you go. Perfect. Kyrie, uncharacteristically.
I've got my Velveeta Crunchy Southwest Airlines flight snack.
What?
What's more surprising is that the
Do you
game was
cook?
over after that play. There's more and
My
more
last
fights
name is
coming
actually
in.
Kitchen, but yeah, I can cook mean breakfast and anything with a recipe book, but not really. I like
Did
to.
you
I
say
make a
your
mean
last
bowl.
name is actually Kitchen? Is it actually Kitchen?
Of the river
It really
to ensure
is.
that they can get the jump on Kiboy. Afterwards, with Amanda's advantage.
So yeah, but I have, so I like to fly Southwest because of their 2-3 flags when you fly. So anytime I have to move to another state, I always fly Southwest.
How often
And
do
they
you
have
have to move to another state? What do you do for work?
I work in hospitality, and when I get sick of a state or something like that, I just
that
move
makes
somewhere
sense.
else.
So it's like
I
traveling nurses and stuff like that.
That's so
Other
sweet.
than I don't stick with a certain company. I just get experience in all of them, and I'm gonna pick which one I like, and then I'm gonna major in that one.
That's good.
He said, "Oh, somebody was
Marriott's
like, oh,
tying
I
up with
think- I
Hilton
think
right now, but
Mara.
Marriott's got a
Mara
little
was
bit better
like,
benefits. If you
"Kyrie,
ever need
your
to
last name is
travel,
so good.
because we're
Blah, blah,
friends,
blah." And then
I
he
can
was
get you
like,
a
"Yeah,
killer freaking
I'm
discount.
good mechanics, but
Maybe
it's
not as good as
ready."
the free ones
That's
that
what
you
he
get
said.
from doing
sounds
your
like
stuff here, but
sarcasm,
if you ever
Richard.
want to take a
He said that, he
vacation,
literally said
I
that.
got the worldwide
'Cause
hookup
people
through
were saying that he's
Marriott.
like the best jungler in the world, but he's like, "No,
With
I'm
the
just
friends
gonna
and
do
family
this."
discount. And then if I'm
So he's
present,
not
it's
humble,
like
he is
$40 a
actually not
night.
as good as
Not
he
even
is.
joking.
Oh,
Any
Jesus.
hotel.
That's what he's saying.
Is what
I
he's
know,
saying.
it's a
Cool.
Yeah,
you
he
can't
said
beat
that.
that.
TZ has 2 MCs,
Even I can
so-
do it. If
Yeah.
I could
Well, you know,
I'm actually gonna
maybe-
check this
maybe
paycheck.
he
If I
can,
make enough
you
money,
know,
I'm
he
just
can
gonna move
get
into one of the
overtaken by
hotels
Kyrie. We'll have
and
to
do it
see.
2 weeks at a
Piece of
time.
success, though, for
Yep.
this match is
Never
gonna
have to
be
pay for
Why?
internet,
with
water, or
high
anything.
mobility gameplay that allows
Yeah,
our
but
team
you
Why?
you pay
to
exorbitant prices, no,
just
for the
go,
hotel.
you know, what we call
So you
barbaric,
only have to
just
pay
full
something for
barbaric all
30
the way to the
for the
back,
first 30 days, and then they cut off
just
all
dealing
state
with
taxes.
all
So
the
then you're just paying.
problems that Onyx were throwing at them in
Yeah,
game
but
For
it's
the
still
state that-
exorbitant
Maybe not
for
let
for
Keto
what was around you.
Keto
No?
100%.
100%.
Kufra 100%.
Rent
Do you
right
not- do you
now.
not-
Stop
Oh,
with
go ahead.
that.
Wait, Kufra 100%?
Yes.
Rent right now is
Kiboy,
about
Naomi,
$1,500 a month.
Oh, in this series, yes.
And that's
Naomi,
without
Naomi,
electricity. Yeah, it's hella
Right.
expensive over
Where
here.
are you, girl?
What?
Come down here. It's like
Minneapolis.
fucking. I'm like
Anyhow, that was
$900.
such a great match, such a great
I'm in
conclusion to
Minneapolis.
the
Of
longest
course you
day
say
of
that.
the week.
So far, the
Maybe
only
you-
team who has not
I don't know.
dropped a game.
Do you have a car? Oh well, you don't have a car then, do you?
BTR?
I
Oh, wait,
sold my
they
car.
lost?
Which one, right? They won, lost the game.
Wasn't there a 2-1 for
Oh,
Bigatron?
oh,
There was there?
Oh.
2-0 alter ego.
I like to fly.
Oh yeah. 2-1
Well,
geek.
I'm burned out from
What?
flying the whole military.
2-1s all
Like,
around.
I'm
with
like
that,
I'm
What's
at a
going on
point
there?
where like
Were they
if I'm
by
gonna be
monster?
somewhere, I'm gonna be somewhere for a while, just to to get some kind of normality.
I'm
That's
actually, if
traveling.
if I can lose weight, I want to join the Navy, and then I just
Hmm.
want to travel the world by ocean.
You probably do the same thing with other. You'd want to like. For me, I recommend people always like shoot for the Air Force if you can.
I don't have the brain for that, unfortunately.
What everybody says. You just gotta.
I I
You have
re-
to
I
learn.
I, I really I have dyslexia, so it's a little harder. I originally wanted to be an MP in the army, but I have PTSD from some stuff, and they said no, but they're like, you have a really good reason for joining, and you didn't know that because of this reason that, so we're gonna send you to the Navy. They sent me to the Navy, and the Navy's like, oh yeah, we'll work with that. And then they're like, none of that ever happened if anybody asks you. And it's like, and I'm gonna pretend I didn't hear. I was like, okay, sounds good.
You could. I don't. That sounds like a Navy recruiter BS. You couldn't, because first of
An
all,
army recruiter sent me.
that Army recruiter needs to be fired because that's just not their job. They don't. They have no stake in the Navy. Like it's not like we talk to each other.
They said that they're more lenient about their things of getting in with their past history to have it be forgotten versus being more strict for whatever reason.
Do you actually have a doctor that says that you have that?
I have the paperwork and everything, so the army said no, but they said they'd send me to the Navy, and then I gave
If
the Navy
the Army
the same
says no, the Navy's
paperwork.
gonna say no as well. It's I don't.
They
I think
did
it was-
though, but they didn't know because I guess the recruiting team, because they were all in one office, most recruiting, at least in the state of Maine, all the recruiters are all in one area, and they don't do anything besides chat with each other because there's nothing to do inside their office when there's nobody to recruit. I guess. I don't know. But the Navy said yes. The Navy did say yes, actually.
Why would you want to join the military?
I like being told what to do and then following directions and then being praised for it. It is a horrible thing, but it's something that can get done legally in the military without being horrible. Because they can get you into some sketchy situations if you're not careful. I like the chain of command, and not having a chain of command is scary. I grew up in the foster care system, so I'm very used to a chain of command. And then I was thrown into the adult world without knowing anything.
You're just doing well on your own. It just seems like for me, the reason I joined the military, like I was adopted too, so I went through that whole system. But like I was a little fuckboy before I joined the military. Like my life is going nowhere good, so I joined there to kind of shape up a bit. And you seem like you have your shit together. In the
Actually,
military.
I've been homeless for the past 10 years. I've been homeless since I've been aged out of the foster care system at 21, and I am 32, and I still haven't had a place to call home. That's why I move around so much. I can pay rent for a little bit, and then when it just falls through, I can't ever seem to have a job and have a place to live at the same time. I've never been able to achieve both of those. When I do get both of them, something falls through. And I have no idea how to fix it. It's a struggle. It's a struggle. It's a struggle.
And do you have certifications for what you do?
Mm-mm.
No.
I'm really good at hospitality. I work at McDonald's and I self-taught myself every position at McDonald's, so I can work at any McDonald's if I ever really desperately need a job. Any McDonald's will hire me. I went into Florida. I was in high heels because I dressed up and in a skirt and everything, and they're like, "Oh, you're in drive-through right now," and I'm like, no. And they gave me somebody else's shoes and set down cardboard so I wouldn't hurt my feet and put me on cash without even filling out paperwork. It was the fastest I've ever been hired in my life. And then they had a party because I was white. Because there was like 4 white people who worked in the entire building, and I guess they got a huge bonus for every white person that they hired. But I do know McDonald's quite well. I do like McDonald's. But I also get sick of McDonald's, so I go to hospitality. Because the discounts are really nice, and the worldwide travel is really nice. So if I ever want to go to these awesome events that Mobile Legends has, I can get a killer discount at a hotel rate.
I'm kind of hoping that everything's all set. I really, cause like I'm fine. I'm pretty sure I'm going, but I want to make sure that they're gonna bring Xena out there too, for the hosting and everything.
You said it was all covered. Is she? Are they doing it in LA?
The last few events have been in Las Vegas, where she lives. And last time they were getting kind of chintzy for paying for her cosplay. They only paid her for a booth that she was running, not to actually. And they're like, "Oh, the cosplay is included." I'm like, "Yeah, the cosplays are like fucking $300-400 to make. So that should be $300-400 like on top of whatever they pay you for the fucking for the booth that you run."
Yeah, that's not fair. I was gonna say if she does need help with the hotel, I can help her get that. If I have to fly out there to get her the cheapest rate possible, I'll cover it because I can have it in my name, and I'll just have a 2-room suite or something like that, so she can have her own room, or have 2 separate rooms so she can have her own room. Because I can have up to 2 underneath my name at the employee rate.
Idols. They got a jersey from Keyboy. They got a jersey from Sid.
As long as they don't hate Marriott.
I'm a fan of Bangsin and Keyboy too.
Yeah, where's our jerseys?
I want a signed jersey.
I just watched the anime convention that they did for
I used
Genshin.
my bless today.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was pretty amazing. I
RQ,
really want to
and
go to one of
I was
those.
right.
Because I just recently got into like
Come on,
anime and stuff like
jerseys.
that, to doing
We all want
events
it.
and things that they
But of
do
course,
for
let's
stuff
focus
like
back
this.
onto the
And
standings, ladies and gentlemen.
I
Day
really am
3
interested
of
in
week
wanting
number
to
1 is-
participate,
Oh,
but
man,
I just
really?
have
We could
a
do an
self-confidence
Alpha
issue. It's
2-0
horrible.
match
My
right
self-confidence
here.
is
Not
zero.
dropping a single
Sucks.
match,
Oh,
and that
you just
puts
need to get
them
over
number
that stuff.
one
It's hard to
on
say that it's
the
just
standings
I don't
presented to you
know.
by the Samsung Galaxy S23 series.
like your
5G.
opinion should well that's the thing
Where's
is
RQ
like you
number
need to
2?
work on
That's
your
so
opinion.
unjust.
It's because
I can do anything if I put my mind to it. I just don't have the supportive team that everyone says that you need to help be successful. Like, I don't have family. Like, I just have all my gamer friends. My gamer friends are as close to family as I got. You and Xena and Robbie and Homie, you guys are pretty much my family.
Come on.
You guys are all my little family.
Can you
They are
not
united.
complain? All right.
I used to play Genshin a lot
Alright,
too,
I'll
but
be
Can
grateful.
we
fucking
stop and be
it just
grateful and just
seems
absorb?
too money
All right,
hungry.
it's not a great day to be an Aura fan right
As
now.
somebody who's
Not
dumped
winning a single
$800
match
into about
whatsoever
$1,000
so
or
far.
$1,200
And
into the
take a
game
look
so
at
far.
tomorrow's schedule
Yo,
there you go.
I want to
We'll
have
know
all the
who's won and know
heroes.
who's two.
And I know that they're going to come out with a ride, and Shogun's going to be coming out soon. I got $1,200 saved just for that.
I didn't
Because
even
I
want
want
Shogun.
her.
The only thing I wanted was Kiki,
Okay,
or is her name Kiki?
standings.
Quiki?
Remember back then, I mean, Rebellion had the
The one with the
title
face
of
mask that does the little electrical
Slayers
things.
or something of that
2
nature.
seasons ago.
She's the little
Those
undead
giant
girl.
I'm just
Slayers.
saying, the Giant Slayers. Well,
Oh.
reclaim the title.
Oh, okay, yeah. No, I don't have her yet.
Rebellion?
But I know who you're
Alright,
talking
they
about.
have
I guess
time.
she's
They have some time
right up
to
there with
prepare.
Yu Zhang with her ability to bring her whole team back from the
Played as
dead.
hasty as they did. I don't know. RQ
Or
is
something or other.
quite on form.
I follow somebody named Shark. Sharky or something like that. Heart
yeah,
Shark.
I used to play it, but my
Very
the
insightful.
person I
learned
played it
so
with,
much
she'd
from
get
Ronnie
like
every
really
time we cast together.
frustrated with it.
Teacher.
Yeah, he
So,
is. He is. He
got
just
to
needs
play other
I made the
games.
mis-
Huh?
I made the mistake
Ladies
of
and gentlemen,
doing it
that
wrong.
marks the
I
end
played
of
Genshin wrong.
today. We'll see you
I leveled up my
tomorrow.
world before I did anything
Eternal
else.
Russian
Now
I
I'm
didn't-
trying to play
We'll see you later.
catch
Yeah,
up to do
I
it
don't
right.
even think I'm
Season
done with the
12.
entire
Read
story
all
yet. I
of
think I
this.
just got to the when you go across the to the new islands for the first time, like from the
You
main
just
world.
got so you're at Inazuma?
I think so. Like you,
Have you
you're on
been
the
to
main,
Sumeru?
the main continent. The first time you leave
Yeah.
the main continent, that's where I'm at right now.
Oh, you're two chapters behind, and they're about to release. They're about to introduce Fontaine.
Yeah.
So you have Inazuma, then you have Sumeru, then they just opened up a new world in Sumeru, and now they're getting ready for the 4.0 series as they're opening up Fontaine with the Hydro Archon. They're look.
Yeah, it was to the point. I think it was my ex. I think she just couldn't play it enough, or what? There was a problem with. She didn't like it for some reason, so we ended up trying to play another game. So that ended up sitting on the back burner. Super shy, super shy.
I am trying really hard to make her Xena play Genshin. She's looking for gacha games to try to help make herself become affiliate, and
She's affiliate.
she has to
I mean partner.
partner. She has to have a total of 75 viewers consistently.
Needs to have what?
75 viewers consistently on every stream. I know people who stream every day who can hit that, but they don't get it every stream.
Yeah.
But I think if she starts Genshin over and gets to chapters level 16 for AR 16, and then
that's
plays
all irrelevant. It's gonna take. She needs to build a fan.
But-
I'm really confused as to how she doesn't, because she has such a presence on social media, but doesn't when it comes to like streaming. I guess it just depends on.
I think it's her content. I think it's because she does having consistency is good, but I think having something that's better, which is why I have Mobile Legends as one of my games, but I also really like playing Genshin. I have Genshin on my computer just so I can play it on the go. I played it at the airport when I moved here. I was playing it at the airport. They're like, I was had people like, "Are you playing Genshin right now?" I was like, "Yes, I am." Can I watch? Sure. You can sit next to me and watch me play.
All right, girl. I'm gonna go get some
Playing-
food because I'm about to pass out right now.
Okay.